morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching in the world. Shaun Driver, the Red Horde. It's game day, and sorry, 10 minutes late. It took me a little bit to get my butt out of bed, dealing with the, I won't even call it a hangover because I wasn't drinking, but the Blue Jays hangover, the celebration, the staying up late, way too late, just watching videos of what was a smash down in the first game of the World Series. But let's keep this good time positivity stuff running. We brought that on Wednesday. It turned out that the new me, the turned over, the non-curmudgeon, the less annoyed and frustrated, the hey, life is good. I said on the game on Wednesday, if you weren't there, that that game was going to be a turning point. I believe that to be true. I've looked at the statistics and went, oh God, did I ever end up inheriting a bit of a promise? But I still think we got it.
Middlesbrough this time, obviously, we've got Coventry coming up next weekend. The joy about it, the best defensive team in the league, followed by the best offensive team in the league. But Brendan, how the hell are you?
I'm good. How are you?
In an outstanding mood. I don't think things could get much better than this. Blue and white kit today is going to be the color. Yes, I don't have the blue and white kit, so I'll be rocking this. Well, what's your thoughts about this? Are you joining the positivity train?
Negative. I mean, obviously, we shouldn't be expecting to walk in and dominate against, number 2 team on the table away, at their place. Like I said, these are the ones where we crap the bed against bad teams and don't pick up 3 points when we should, and then we go away and end up playing much better than everyone expects against good teams. So hopefully
Jason says you sound like the exorcist at the moment. Even Brendan, so both of us.
And I'm assuming that's going to be you. I'm assuming I'm coming clear through the video. I'm going to bump this camera up because it looks like, or down. It looks like you're staring at my chest.
Now I am
on the screen.
Now you just pointed the camera down. Now you did the opposite of what needed.
Yeah, you worry about the audio. I'll worry about this stuff.
If it's both of us, they're better now. Whatever you did, that's the magic. Let's hope it's just a free break thing. We're good to go, but let's move on from there.
If you missed then, we're still in a bastion of positivity, and that's where we're at. I just wanted to go through some stats. I'm not sure if I sent them to you or not last night in my run of things as I did my trying to get a review in.
No, I did not get any stats.
Yeah, I don't think I sent it to you. But here's the fascinating thing about the team. Let's talk about offensively as compared to Middlesbrough. There's a lot of similarities, at least as far as output is concerned. Neither team really dominates in possession. We're a crossing team. Again, these guys are a middle of the pitch team again. So, but maybe I should compare them more to Oxford United in the sense, except they've got a slightly better finishing rate. But it's not like this is a team that's going to flood you with shots and on goal. That's going to dominate you through the midfield and forward. This is a team that's going to control the absolute bejesus of everything defensively, and they've got decent goalkeeping. So their goals for, same as ours, their goals against, they've only allowed 7 goals all year long, and only 2 at home. That's in 5 games. That is a heck of a lot of, whoa, Lee. Jumping in, you can do that by clicking down below on the sponsorship button. So 4-1-0 at home, that has them second in the league, first in goals against at home with just 2 over the course of the year. But you look through the stats and you try to figure everything out. When it comes to shots on target per 90, we're 8th, they're 10th. We're a 0.2 shots on target per 90 difference. Goals per shots on target, we're 2% apart. They've got a slight nudge there, 33%. Shots on target against, here's the difference. Shots on target against, they're a whole 2 shots on target less than us. They only allow an average of 2 shots per game. So if you're only allowing 2 shots per game, you better be freaking accurate with it. Possession, 45% for us, 49% for them. They pass a lot. They control the game. They build through the middle. They slow everything down. This is a sort of a kryptonite team in the sense that hard to counterattack against them because they're comfortable with their men back. What does that mean? Score prediction: 1-0. We're doing it again for a couple of reasons. We haven't scored. Here's the trivia question. Maybe I should put it in the poll and see if people know without looking it up. Is when was the last game that Wrexham scored more than one goal, not including the cup game against Reading? Do you have any idea if you want to go back?
It's going to be a few games. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, it's going to be it's more than we. If you just go through it, we either score nothing or one. Oxford United 1, Stoke City 0, Brum 1, Leicester City 1, Derby 1, and then you got to go back. Norwich 3, QPR 1, Millwall 2, Sheffield Wednesday 2, West Brom 2. We've only scored, or we haven't scored. We've only scored more than one goal. Or haven't since way back on it was Norwich, wasn't it? Yeah, Norwich City, September 20th. And so it's going to be 1-0. I don't think that they're going to be able to break us down because just the style that they play. I'm positive it's going to be 1-0. That's where we're at. But you guys let me know, and then we'll deal with Coventry and their what are they up to now? 37 goals for. 37 goals for. They have 2 goal scorers that together have scored more than our entire team, which is crazy. They're just tearing through things. But we'll deal with that on another day. The referee, again, bastion of positivity here. Be prepared for a lot of cards. Not so much red cards, penalties, but and fouls. This guy slows the game down. He controls it. Stephen Martin, we saw him last year, the first game against Exeter City, a 3-0 win. He has 4 fouls above the average, 6th most fouls called in the championship, and yellow cards. He's number 1, baby. Number 1. A whole 2 yellow cards above the season average. It's 6 per game. So that's the numbers in a nutshell. Do you want to go through the roster there and maybe let me know your thoughts if you got it? Going to throw her up on screen?
Yeah.
Why does it look like you're getting my forehead? Do I just need to sit back more?
Yeah, you keep changing distance. I can't keep.
I'm trying to. Let's go up. He is a card happy soul. Throw that roster or the roster up there for us. I'll just, without giving a full summary of Middlesbrough. Look, they've got depth. They've got 5 players who are in their top 11 for minutes played that are not playing, 4 of them on the bench. But even with the ones that sub, their frequent starters have come out often early. And so what seems to be getting the attention of Middlesbrough fans is that Brown was dropped. They say in social media that he had a master class and he's sitting on the bench. So that's a name to keep an eye out for. But other than Jones being out, which I'm assuming by injury because he's not on there and he racks up a lot of time, Conway, Ayling, Strelic, and one more. Is it Strelic and Silvera? Frequent starters that aren't on the bench. So the joys of having depth, though, they're substitutes. Nobody's really new. Ready for the lineup? Is it up on the screen?
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah. So Doyle obviously got a suspension. I apologize. I didn't look up whether he ended up with 1, 2, or 3. If somebody else knows the answer to that one, you can throw it into the chat and we'll talk about it. So the brunt coming in is an obvious one. There's 2 things that I flagged on the list. There is Broadhead didn't earn himself into a spot into the lineup, and we're going to go with Windus. Their midfield stays the same, and the second thing that I noticed is Longman. Not list. Oh, he's in, and Kakache flipped on the bench. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't know. I mean, there were points where Kakache, he started off the game right in the first minute. He blew by people going down the left side, I believe, if I'm remembering right. But after that, there wasn't a lot there. Again, it's hard talking well about Longman after missing that sitter that's just essentially unforgivable. But he just seems to be working really hard on defense. Like it just stands out how hard he's working. So if you're trying to, this looks like our defensive team, truthfully, right? Like Windus is far more active in getting back to than Broadhead is. So if you were talking about what Parkey thinks right now is our most defensive lineup, it's probably this.
Yeah, and a couple of good points there. First, welcome Red Viking thanks for subscribing. It's a pleasure to have you joining the horde and enjoy the chat. And I didn't bring up the pop out, so I can't click it and bring it forward myself. Just give me 1 second here. It was Gaffey managing minutes for Kakachi, so that's also a consideration. And let's be honest. Well, you know what? Now that we've seen Dobson, James, Thomason for the second game in a row, maybe it's not about managing minutes because you have 4 games in 2 weeks, right? Or less than 2 weeks, 13 days. You're going to Oxford. We've got Middlesbrough today. We're Tuesday. We've got Cardiff in the Derby EFL Cup, and then you're back with Coventry. As I thought last week when they brought the midfield in, that maybe they were bringing in this defensive lineup just for the purposes of managing some of the minutes, especially of O'Brien. But him sitting out again. Still another shocker, and Broadhead Windus. Maybe that is management and Broad being too loud. I like you, Mark Griffiths, but that's a little bit loud for me. And so maybe it's less about managing minutes. I don't know. I'm going to say the audio above what the music was, the stadium sounds. Whew, that woke me up. Okay. What can we talk about here? As far as, are there any changes that you would make there, Brendan? That I mean, you're a Hardy fan. I know that much. Would you give him a look? Is there somebody else in the midfield that you think, where are they? And Rathbone not on the substitutes list again, which maybe that injury thing is more of a concern than we thought.
Yeah, I just don't know that O'Brien did anything worthy of not being out there.
He wasn't solid in that game. We're going back to Stoke City game. That was a game where I said, I recall saying this is the first time that he just wasn't on it.
Yeah, but like he wasn't on his standard. I wouldn't say
fair.
He there's other guys that are non-existent out there that you just never seem to touch the ball, get involved in a play. That's not him. He's a mad dog. He seems to touch it more than anyone else, and not just because of the position he plays, but by how hard he's working to get to everything, running back and forth. So I don't disagree with you, but still, I don't know. Him coming down a little bit on one game doesn't mean 2 games, no action to me. So.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not in, but at the same time, it's hard for me to argue because I thought the one thing that the midfield did with its defensive setup is that it controlled things relatively well, and I think we're going to be in it because from the midfield back with Middlesbrough, they're solid, and they control the game, and so that opportunity to challenge the ball, I thought we did well was interrupted play enough that we were able to steal ball. Now, mind you, I think some of that Oxford isn't at the level that Middlesbrough is, but I'm all for giving these guys a shot. And
the other thing I'd point out is I think you can run Matty James when Hyam's back there, because Hyam doesn't seem as slow as other center defensemen that we've had, right? Like he seems to be able to cover more. So even though Matty James isn't extremely mobile, based on his positioning, he's not that far off, and the combination of him and Hyam is plenty fine. But when you had slower people back there, even Cody, James, we were just too slow up the middle defensively in that area. So I think you get to run James more because of Hyam back there and how great he's playing. No, I don't hear anyone talking about that. How good he's looking and how much better overall our defenses look with Hyam in there. So
because you don't say his name because he just clears the ball, right? Like the thing that I'm learning about Hyam is if you measure him against, and yes, he's a better player than EOC, but I'm just talking styles here. Yeah. As far as the center backs that we've seen in the past, we've had center backs that love to get in the mix And I'm not just saying the mix on set pieces. I'm talking in the mix, carrying the ball, pushing it up, trying to get involved. He's not somebody who handles the ball at midfield. He's happy to let Matty James cook and distribute the ball. And maybe that's the nice combination that you've got, is if Himes in the back, Matty James is his best sort of connection between the midfield. Hugo says here, O'Brien, from what I've seen, he's a very good player, but he's not a front three player. I agree with you that O'Brien isn't. If you're looking to have a midfielder, and let's be honest, our triangle in the midfield typically has one towards the back, James, and then two up on one left and one right side. Left would be Thomason today, right would be Dobson. They interchange a little bit, but that's largely the setup. And I agree that O'Brien isn't going to be somebody that you're not going to change your formation and put him up front, but I'm comfortable with him in that left side, the side that probably Thomason's going to be playing at. So Kabore is going to be man of the match with the shout out, and the 2 quid donation says Lee Geldart. I'll take that. You know what? I'll just take us continuing to be positive here.
Kabore's been somewhat quiet the last couple of games, so it's a good call to think he might wake back up here. But unfortunately, what they've been doing is playing us wide. I think that's the best way. Force us to be good up the middle and press our wings, since we like to play through them. And unfortunately, Dobson, Longman, and James is not our offensive, like up the middle offensive team. We're going to be relying on Kabore and Longman.
But ball at foot is what they give you, right? They're able to more so than the other options that we have. They're able to press and strip ball away, whether that be in a tackle or forcing an error or interceptions or otherwise. And then you've got Brunt back there now facilitating, who's an interrupter. They're interrupters, and I think that they eke out extra possessions. So I like the combination. If there are going to be teams that are going to take away our wings. By the way, interesting stat. Last week we were first overall in crosses into the box. After that game against Oxford United, we took away the wings. We've fallen all the way down to 8th, and so we barely had any crosses. And as I was trying to reflect on the game, I couldn't really remember any.
Yeah, but they were doubling. Remember, I kept pointing out they were like all the way out on the sideline, like multiple defenders pinning Kabore, never letting him get the ball, never giving him room to breathe. Like, if teams do that, our offense stagnates.
And interesting, I didn't see this, but John raising a good point says he thought that you didn't hear Kabore because they were going through the Kakachi Brody side on the left more so than the right. I think it was just that's what they made a structured decision to take that away. And I don't know. This is going to be, I suspect, a game where we are going to be sniffing around in the final third. The measure of success for us will be how many touches in the box do we get? Because we've got to be able to find a way to get into the mix against this Middlesbrough team. That's the reality of it. And if we don't, 2 shots per 90 is their season average. If we're not going to get touches in the box, we're not going to, knowing that we score at 30% efficiency, we need to get at least 4 on target. So we've got to double the rate, and that's going to be on the midfield to be interrupters. And so Parkey did the right thing. Basket of positivity. This is the lineup we need to be able to interrupt and take ball, eke out extra possessions, and hopefully there's enough. It'll be interesting to see with Windass there, because I thought that if you're going to have this midfield, you need Broadhead there to do that special magic thing. We'll see if Windass can provide it. That's going to be the question for me as we watch this one. And Broadhead's there as an option if we need to. So where are we at? 7 o'clock. We got to be getting close here as players are out, lining up. Doing my thought mob is
first time with these uniforms.
First time with the blue and white, the Patagonia blue and whites.
Hopefully we get one from Patagonia.
We're going right to left on your computer screen. Middlesbrough, left to right. Oh, first time too, and we're underway. Sorry if I'm way behind you guys, and maybe should I hit the live button to make sure that we're all caught up? I'll do that.
That's
we're
not
all
the
caught
live
up.
button. That was your camera.
No, I know. Sorry, I had to move it. I'm just doing that just to stress you out. Throw in 20 yards out, Longman, taking the left. If you're joining us, welcome. Subscribe button lets you chat and join in with us. Like button just because you're sexy and I love you. Longman in a battle, left-hand side, 3 men on him, knocked out. Hey, let's redo the throw.
I've seen like 3 people ask for polls, for different polls. If people really like that, maybe we do a few more polls today.
I can do that while we're sitting here chatting, and I'm trying to follow what's going on as it's under control, and it gets over to Longman on the left-hand side, and I'm going to rattle away at the keyboard and thump everybody's ears just a little bit as Dobson chases it down and gets it over to Cabore. On the blue and whites. Gorgeous. Looking for Cabore long, couldn't get there, and it's flipped over. I'd wear him. Add option.
Hugo was pointing out that Middlesbrough was the red and white team. I guess, like if you're just not really, like if you zone out just a little bit, you're going to naturally want to be rooting for the red team, right? Like
that's the hard part now, right? Flipping this over and we're blue and white. Pulls up, let that one get there. If you're looking for it, iFollow to watch this game through Wrexham AFC. Unless you're in the US, you're going to Paramount, CBS, doing your thing. Whoa, Sean, I didn't give you consent. My apologies. That's on me. Where am I here? I'm so confused today. Hackney, left-hand side. This is what I think this whole 90 minutes is going to be, by the way, is just a whole bunch of... Why did the ref blow that one?
Kick about in the middle.
Yeah, it's going to be just a scramble through the middle of the pitch. Wrexham fans, the away fans, in voice today. You can hear them echoing through my system. Ball for us, thrown in down the side. I'll say this, if you can get somebody and Matty James has this capacity, some crazy switches going on, there's an opportunity. You've got Whitaker advances it all the way forward. Britton, no, that's Bergzog into the area. Nice tackle. Max Kluwerth, end of the box, and thumps it down for Kiefer Moore. That's one we didn't talk about. Kiefer Moore. He needs to get going again here. He's been automatic penciling, I think, for so long. And I know that he's key and he's not getting distribution, but he's got to get something. He's got to get something. Who led the championship last week or during midweek games for good chances on goal? Sam Smith. How many minutes did he play? 8. And he led the entire competition for scoring opportunities last week. I'm not saying he's a better footballer than Moore by any stretch, and that's the answer. But sometimes the automatic pencil in for Moore might be softening a little bit. And I should go back to the chat because I'm going to have some people getting mad at me for that probably. No stripes across the numbers, no. And see, look how amazing Wrexham is. They've got the horizontal hoops, we'll call them. Not the vertical stripes, but the hoops. But they've got a patch so you can see the frickin' number. But yeah, thanks for that, Dave. YYC. So you're a Calgarian. Much love to Calgary. Law school place. This is going to be. We're going to watch 95 more minutes or 90 more minutes of this. I tried to add the added time. For most missed chances, I don't have that one for you, Dave. You're going to have to dig that one out. Ask ChatGPT. It is frantic, John, but this is what I think it's going to be: is just battle and control, and you're going to end up looking to eke something out. And Middlesbrough, I didn't notice this from the stats nor from the games I've seen previously, but they seem to be really flooding and overloading one side to the other. Excuse me, referee. You're supposed to be calling fouls frequently, and you let
I know you said he was super touchy and
come on, man.
Gets nothing.
Don't make me look like I'm clueless.
That's my job.
Middlesbrough wins the prize for the worst kit in the championship. These red and whites are horrible. It looks like with the advertising, it looks like they just gave it to a kid to say, "Hey, screen print these onto the kit, onto these jerseys."
You get a
here.
-2 for creativity.
Yeah. Oh, for most missed chances, fair enough. The same one who didn't score. Yes. Morning Logic, not there. Brunt with it, in control. Are they just... Is it me or is everything just blocked? Like, look how tight they're playing.
Good pass out.
Kabore, stab. Nice little stab. Dobson. And this is where you got to get your Hayes on the switch. And now you got Longman running up on the left-hand side on that extra pass, and everybody's scrambling back. It's those switches. Oh, Longman with a thumper and a great save, diving from the center to his right was Bryn, full stretch, had the corner pegged, and that's what we're going to have to do. This is having seen them now for 6 minutes, they're very comfortable overloading on one side. And that's going to have to be, whether it be Matty James on a long switch over, or as they did there, pushing them through. And set piece magic. And we're going to take it short. Interestingly. Windass, right footer. Stab, score! Out of nowhere, Windass on a deflection. That's what we need. I will take that. Woo-hoo-hoo! Right footer from about 19 yards out. I was like, why are we taking this short? Well, you showed me, because you got Windass back there with the magic in his boots, and he ended up just stumping that. And yeah, try to keep the spoilers down. Try to keep them down. But it's going to happen every once in a while. But now we love this kid. The blue and whites get a couple of extra votes as they take it short, and you'll just watch Windass sneak forward. Has to have his defender come out and try to pick him up. And that wearing the number 10, Bergzog, too slow. Let Windass, and he has time to think about it, and then it gets flicked up in the air. It wouldn't have been a problem if it not for the back heel of Fry, who helped that one in. 1-0 against a team that doesn't score a lot. Don't park the bus for 80 minutes. But
oh no, we can't handle that.
This is a good sign. I'm happy with just midfield scramble and look for opportunities as Moore tries to get it over to Windass, and Windass got wrong-footed. I refuse, John. I refuse. I'm gonna give the credit to Windass. It was just too much blast. Had Fry panicked. All credit. Oh, it's a beautiful, 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 beautiful start to the day. There's a thing. I'm just going to call you Calgary instead of J Digley. Maybe I can call you Diggles. I was going to say something witty. I just don't want to park the bus, right? I'm happy to be heading. Windass, nice little flick up over, but a little bit too much forward for Moore to be able to get it. It's easily collected by Bryn, and he's going to pass it out to the right-hand side. I'm trying to figure out their lineup because they've got everybody all flipped up. Oh, I'm missing a body. That's why, and I can't. So I'm just going to have to assume. I can't see his name. There we go, Britton. And I'm sorry, Brendan, for touching the camera. I got to stop doing that.
No,
I am. Britton gets it forward. Whitaker, left footer, curling. Nobody over there. Not even close. Could have had a 10-yard bubble
Jason
around that.
For matching his personal shirt with the away kit. I think that got us the goal, Jason. Nice job.
Ken, we've been talking about that. Ken brought it up about the red team. I know it's a me issue, but every time we play someone with a red kit, I spend the first 5 minutes rooting for the wrong team. I think it's easier for away days. I don't know. I just get used to most of the time we're not in red, right? The blue and white's getting some love. I'll be honest, the blue and white's better than the yellow and greens for me. But I still, as we talked about in the Oxford one, I want to see a nice Welsh green kit. Not the Philadelphia green. Kabore gets into a battle. And, oh, hey, what? well, whatever. Kabori got easily handled by Target, and it goes out, and they're going to get a throw in as Windass comes out to try and steal the ball. Jones, Britton, on the run, gave it over. Longman. Interesting thought selection there. I thought would have had to have curled back to try and hold it up and see if he could get support, but curled into it and tried to take on 2 men. Didn't, gave it away. Throw in. There we go. Film travel. That works. I preferred Digley, to be fair. Left-hand side, Target, punching it forward. Bergzog loses the ball. Oh, I thought Kabori wasn't going to be able to get to that. Nice little hustle down the line to be able to steal a possession, and James has it. And see, all those red kits, it's quick switch. It's just going to – I'm okay with, like, our long balls now aren't going to be long balls to the middle of the pitch, but just full-on switches as Hyam bangs it off of a defender, and now we've got to try and get it under control, and we do, and it's back through Ogonkwo. I hope that's the only time I have to say his name today is when he's getting back passes. I know, 11-4, but here's the thing, Dave, and I don't want to talk about Blue Jays too much, is we got thumped 10-3 in the last round, right? Dodgers aren't going to go away, but if you would have told me that Savage was going to be crap, Barger was going to be on the bench and be coming in the 6th to pinch hit, I would have been like, we're in trouble. But as it turns out, Addison Barger. We're talking baseball just for a second. Blue Jays up 1-0 in the World Series. Swansea up 1-0 on Norwich City. And here come the Red. Man, they are like a foosball table, Middlesbrough. They just come forward like, the players don't move. They're the same space from forwards to midfielders to back line. That was through his back heel. That's got to be a foul. And this is dangerous territory. This is that spot 20 yards away that up and down is an opportunity. I didn't think there was going to be a foul on that, but that was Dobson just got right into the heels.
He was trying to crawl into the guy's shorts.
Or was it Bergzog? Sorry, it's Bergzog crawling into his shorts. Not so much violent, John, as just a wrong place, right? You can't get into the heels of the man. And yeah, Ogonkwo is going to have to be on this one. Yeah, it points to your left. Your wall is way too far to the right. That's where you want it. All right. What do I know? If this sneaks in on the right-hand side, I'm going to blame the wall for being too far to the right. Target. I hope he's not on. I can't see who the other man is. It's there, and we've lost Mr. Griffiths again. The audio problems. No, that was beautiful. That was the worst free kick I have seen in the EFL from that distance. Like, I don't know what that was from Hackney. If you're going to thump it, you've got to go hard and curl it with an up and down. He tried to lob that thing over, right?
If it was down a foot or two, it was in.
No, because Ogonkwo was getting to that because there wasn't enough thump on it.
Maybe he just didn't try then.
You can't. That's like me taking a free kick. You can't powder puff that thing into it. You got to thump it. And I never would be able to do that. I'd skyball it. What did you miss? You missed a goal on a deflection of corner kick that came out intentionally to wind us about 20 yards out on the near camera side, the left side. Right foot, hard shot, and Fry stuck his back heel up as it was going through and deflected it beautifully into the net. Referee let them take that one quickly, and man, this sucks having no Mark Griffiths, but at least I get the stadium noise, and now you guys are going to be dealing with me for the... Well done, stepped in front. That's got to be Brunt, who just took his opportunity, gets clattered into in the heels, and that's the same penalty call. Why look at disgust? You just got one the other way. Like, you literally went into his heels. Right there. Like, that's a foul all day, Sene. Julia's got a friend there, and now you're getting updates from us. Updates abound for Julia. Free kick, just our side of half. So far, so good, right? 16th minute, 15 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock coming up now. Waiting for Clueworth to get us underway, and he's going to go with the switch. They move. They do. Have you noticed this? And maybe it's just me early morning and I'm confused, but they literally move like a foosball table. Their lines are almost perfectly horizontal, vertical, I guess, depending on how you're looking at the pitch. In unison, these guys. Jason, let's be fair, Britton. Jason looks gorgeous every day. But today he just happens to be wearing blue and white. Here come the bad guys. Is it nipping? And then Kabore with an easy steal. I love hearing the groans from the crowd. He gets a push in the back. Who is this kid? Cheap and chintzy. He was playing advantage, and he's going to come back to the location of the foul. I'm going to have a problem with number 19. Because he's just cheap. Sver Nijpen, 18 years of age. He's playing schoolboy and trying to get away with crap. Jason, let's not go too far now. I'm a supermodel.
He just has the physique of a supermodel.
There you go. We are in such a positive mood here, right? Well done by Longman, runs over to save ball, gets it thumped a couple times, and then Brent just is like, hey, well done, Longman, for coming back, working your butt off. I'm going to put it back down your side, go chase this, and boots it 20 yards away where there's nobody at. We'll get a throw in. That's a whoopsie by Brent. Julio loves the blue and white. I don't know why. I'm just not feeling the away kits this year. 17 minutes, and this midfield scramble, get the ball, advance the ball, turn over the ball. They get a chance. They do the same. I'm all good with this. Like let's do this for the day. Oh, Joey. Britain with control back through Jones. The goal scorer, deflector, it'll be obviously go to Windus, but that Fry certainly got enough of it. Britain advances to the halfway line. That's what Brent does. Comes out, lays a high challenge, throws the man off, ekes out a deflection. Moore not able to maintain control, and I'm surprised that's our throw if a foul wasn't given, because that did come off of our feet pretty clear, but But what do I know? Absolutely nothing. It's weird. You think like Mark Griffiths and the Wrexham audio team are used to going to, how to be polite about it, less than opulent stadiums and making their audio work. Now they're going away to opulent places, and for whatever reason, I think this is like 3 or 4 times where we've had audio issues in a row. We've had to either get BBC Wales going. We had to have.
But you should be there an hour early working on it. It shouldn't,
Well, I'm sure he is. Mark doesn't like this stuff, but I'm sure they're raging, right? But at the same time, I'm just confused because you're going to have all of the amenities that you want.
Look, I'm not perfect and we have problems, but
we turn into robot voice. Yeah.
I start working an hour and a half before the game goes on. I set everything up so that an hour before the game, I've already tested everything. Now that doesn't mean you don't run into problems, but if I run into something serious, I should be able to address it in an hour and a half.
And then there's me 5 minutes late struggling in. Hey, let's do the damn thing. Brunt down. Seems to be all right. Not in a lot of pain anyway. Longman pulls so much further back than Libby. And John, this is the one thing, if there was one thing I learned live that I didn't see on TV when I was at the Bolton game last season against Wrexham, was how far back Longman came. And I talked to Matt about it, Jones' friend at the Racecourse Ramble. Check him out when you get the opportunity. If you haven't already, everybody knows who that is. But he said that that's strategic, is partially strategic in that Longman typically plays that side typically goes back a little bit further than the other, but also because Longman got burned the week before, that it was even more so the case. They're back. It sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire. Dropped out. And that's the thing, Jason. I believe that to be true. Like, Mark takes this stuff seriously, right? And he deals with technicians over the phone. The equipment doesn't work in all stadium. It frustrates him a lot. If I'm Wrexham, buy him all the toys and all the equipment then. Like, get him everything he needs. And Brent's coming off. Shoot. And interesting, who's our left back now? If you haven't, I guess you're all watching the same game. It's Scar. He didn't look like he was in a lot of pain, which is somewhat concerning, because is that like a tear where you just know something's popped? A drive-by fruiting. I got to go up. What are we talking about? Yeah, we're subbing. A drive-by fruiting. That's just the most random, Duckman. That's the most random statement. I don't know what we're referencing. That's Jason Smith. Denise. Doesn't give me the warm fuzzies either, but Scar there. So not the fleetest of foot if they're going to go to ground, but throw in. Oh, extra opportunity there. Comes back. Matty James with the stab and dance around Windus. Corner of the 18-yard box. Puts it in. Couldn't get it to Moore. A little bit too flat. Headed back forward. We got to get
this does make the
back.
Doyle nonsense last week, it exacerbates it, right?
Yeah. Well, especially now what the suspension duration is for Doyle. Is it 3 games? I think it was serious conduct, or wasn't for goal scoring
contact. Yeah,
it was for serious violent conduct, serious foul, violent conduct, which is 3 games automatically. And I didn't hear anything about an appeal. And Brendan, there's a shout from Brian. If no one's told you lately, Brendan, I, for one, you can add 2, I guess, appreciate all the work you do for these streams. It's massive. It saves my marriage. That's why I'm a fan. I'd have to make a decision. 35 yards, free kick. They've got numbers now lining up on the 18-yard box. Going to go short, left-hand side. Bergzog, he's going to push across the line. 3 numbers over there. The cross is in. And the little man, Dobson, climbs the ladder and heads that away. See, this is what I like, is everything that goes in the air over on that side towards Dan Scar, it's just going to get cleared out. That wasn't Dan Scar at that time, but I was comfortable with where they are. Oh, Dave Foster bringing out the, have I told you lately that I love you? Morris. It's so scrambly and quick through the midfield. Like, you almost can't even call out numbers because it just gets bounced around so much until it sets on a center back's foot for a bit, and then they try and do something with it. And same with us.
Again, I was like, oh no, they're pressing us. No, wait a minute, we're pressing them.
And there's all that control pushed through the back to just come back for Ogonko, who's going to thump it and put it all where there's 4 red jerseys in the closest and radius to the ball. I'm okay with just thumping it down the pitch, but put it somewhere. And holy, quick reactions by Kabore on that pass by Herzog. He just goes right back to Bergzog. He goes right-hand side. Britton, a little bit dangerous here. Over on the right-hand side now. Whitaker dancing 8 yards out. Longman loses him. Oh, loses Whitaker. Cross pass. And heavy. Heavy. All the way over, but saved on the left-hand side. Hackney with it. Dancing around, bouncing around. Right-hand side, Morris lifts it up over top. Not even close. We are in the sweet spot for possession. Between, like, Hackney looks like he's really young too. 23, so not as young as Nypen, but you look at their middle of the pitch. They got this American kid, Aiden Morris, 23. Nypen, 18. Hackney, 23. That's their midfield. Jumpy, jittery, talented, but they seem out of control, out of sorts, maybe even. Not settled. That's what this means. Unsettled. Whitaker with it. Moves it over. Loses it. Moore has it. No real support. So he's going to go wide to Kabore over on the right-hand side. These long switches, if you can get the ball over one side to the other, it's always nice to be able to say go vertical, but against this team, you almost want to go horizontal. Matty James, slow getting over to the left-hand side, and the foosball table adjusts. Longman, he's going to draw it black. Well, I was doing it on my own. I did it on my own for the entirety of the first, season and a half, Brendan? You joined in sort of partway through season 2?
No, 1.
Was it season 1?
Yeah.
Sounds right to me then.
I mean,
Thomas Fitzgerald.
I was the first person that you spoke with. You were sitting there trying to engage with people. No one would join. So I begrudgingly joined. I didn't want to, like, that's not my thing, but then we hit it off. So no one else seemed to want to talk to you.
Yeah, and now you're stuck with me as the moderator to the masses.
Yeah.
Midfield touch all the way back. Nothing really to talk about. Hey, DeAndre, you're not supposed to be agreeing with that. You're supposed to come and race in and defend me. Target. Well, like I'm happy to sit back for a minute here if they're just going to do kick about, try to push the ball forward, kick about, push the ball forward. Well done, Longman, finally with the strip. Ooh, dancing around. Thomason, he faked his man out so bad he blew his ankles. He's on the ground. He snapped Whitaker's ankles literally on that one with the fake kick. Whitaker said, I got kicked. I didn't see it. The crowd is booing. Griffiths picking it up. Long ball, knocked down. Dobson came in like a wrecking ball, chested down, but a little bit heavy on the touch. Holy Brendan. What's with the positivity now is starting to infect the channel, the chat with all the compliments. Hugo, you are a sensible team. Jones, Britton. The more I say target fry Jones and Britton today, the better. Scar tackled, knocked out. Miley Cyrus is my spirit animal. Britain. Wow. Matty James with the defensive steal there. Picking pockets. Get it out, Windus. Kluwer, Kabore, use that pace. Go, man. Kluwer should not be in your pocket with the ball, Kabore. You should have been on fire down the wing. The drawback, holding it down. Nice ball forward. Thomason just into the box area, stabs it out, misses it, but he's able to get it back. Windus! Deflected. Tried to do it again with the shot deflection. But this time, Jones able to get it up over the keeper, and we'll take a corner. Well done. That was just Thomason and Windus in tight corners, just eking out possession and beating 3 guys, the 2 of them. Steve Barton, vodka is my spirit animal. And we can be friends, Steve. We can be friends. Women's Watch tomorrow. That's the reminder. Deandra, Brendan here in the morning. Aberystwyth. right-footed outswinger. Matty James, right-hand side. 8 yards out, looking for more, can't do it, and Cleworth had his arms around him. Not enough for a foul, but enough to disrupt, and it's deflected out. And Cleworth is unhappy about that one. He got snuggled up and swaddled by the defender. Jesus, Dave. Britton has to make a save from a back pass. That's dark. Dave Foster, my spirit animal, died of old age 20 years ago and was buried in a shallow grave in a humid climate. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Britton, lots of space to go blasting down the side, and then gives a horrible pass to Whitaker behind him and just easily stolen by Hyam. Moore in the back. Draws it back. Matty James. We're spinning and going to look for some control with Cleworth. I am ET. We've got a spider for the little one. I think that the eldest has settled on the rocket ship. Oh no, the green alien, a blow up alien, and my wife is a spider web. So we've got two aliens, a green alien and ET, and we've got a spider and a spider's web. And as my youngest described his mom in her spider web costume, she's adorable. So I'm excited for that. That's a yellow. Windus in on target. A soft yellow? No, that's a well-earned yellow. That's especially against the guy who likes his yellow cards. Yellow card for Windus for the body check. He cleared him out. He had possession of the ball, just got rid of it, had 3 seconds to lay the hit. Sorry, hockey references. That was just a good, solid body check. Nothing in it.
I watched their defender do it. I mean, I don't know.
One good turn deserves another. Whoa. Who was that confused themselves? Was that Thomason? Yeah, it was Thomason. Was going to touch the ball and then thought, no, I'm going to let it run past me, turn and go. And then he turned and go and tripped him up his own ankles, gave up position. Britton with it now, 40 yards out. I just want to say Britton and target all day. Britton with the ball. Morris. Oh, that's not Morris. That's Hackney, who swapped sides. Whitaker going to put the switch on. Going to go over to the left. Target. Now they're getting close. So 35 yards into the box. Dangerous here. Right footer and well done. Blocked by Cleworth, who blocks, spins, and clears all in one gorgeous motion. Max Cleworth, man of the match in the last one. This one looking sexy indeed. It's even exacerbated, Bryn, because you can hear the Middlesbrough home fans getting restless. Like the boos and the jeers. It sounds gorgeous through my headset. Disruptors, right, Hugo? This midfield might not have I won't say might, but they don't have the offensive prowess. Yeah, it's not glorious. It's not sexy, but they're disruptors. I feel like I should go to ChatGPT or something to make a graphic with these three. Some sort of Hollywood movie poster called The Disruptors. I don't know why I held up guns, but yeah. Longman, had an opportunity to get a nick there, and if they did, had 3 blue and white jerseys all around, would have been a 3-on-1, but just unlucky, and the pressure is on, and there's Britton spinning himself into the ground in frustration. Love it. They're starting to pout. Well said, Kim. Da, 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 red and white army. Where's the foul? What? Weak. Long run forward, looking to the right, and then just kicked away. Ooh, I would have liked Dobson to have taken the chance of potentially spinning clear, but instead he just knocks it out horizontally, gives the defenders a chance to come back, and it's going to be a throw in 35 yards out, back to target. I just said that, Mark. Left-hand side. Mark's saying the same thing that I was saying earlier about Middlesbrough keeping its form and its structure and looking like a foosball table is the structure is done by Wrexham. But here they found a crack and they're into the 18-yard box. Crosses over. Dan Scarr got a boot on it. It's up in the air and just thumped and cleared. And we're parking the bus a bit here a little bit. Oxford United 2-0 up. No, Mardi Gras. It's a tribute out to the Argentina kits. That's not a tackle. Jesus, Whitaker. Mark saying it should have been given. I was like, you can't give it. He got the ball. You could count to 3, and then Whitaker goes running into his leg. He flips himself over it. I'd give it yellow for the dive. So it's a tribute to the Patagonia Reds. No foul there. Okay, we're starting to get disservice here from the ref, and that's bad pass back. Thank you very much, as they had numbers coming forward. 20 yards out, running around. Open opportunity here for Britain, searching for options. Whitaker, 20 yards out. Left foot blocked by Longman, and Thomason tries to clear it. Doesn't do a good job with it. And here they come, Middlesbrough on the press, and they give it away. We've got numbers. More 2-on-1 potential. No, it's not going to be there. It's just going to have to be more, and he's going to flip it. And Windus held up.
Was he offsides initially?
I don't know.
He usually is.
I don't think he was. I think he just thought that because they didn't have the numbers and they collapsed back pretty quick that it was going to have to hold up and wait for support to come, and so he held up. God, those jerseys are ugly. Like that Stay Bet ad. If I was Stay Bet, I'm asking for a refund. Like it looks like they literally went to Tesco and got an iron-on kit. Well, I hope he stays reluctant to say anything then for another, what are we at, 55 minutes here. The nice thing that I like is, yes, they're getting forward and they're getting the occasional opportunity, but they're having a tough time cracking through our midfield. John, no, I mean, we're getting counter punches. We're doing Wrexham things. This isn't park the bus territory. Really what it is fruitless possession. It's like they're still 35, 22 yards away from goal. And we're just standing around in the midfield, holding our shape and waiting for them to do a thing. And they're not doing a thing. And then occasionally Dobson goes and tries to get there. Longman goes and tries to get there. And see, we do this disruptor thing. Now everybody's going to go back and we've got somebody else down. The refs are booing.
Legit.
Yeah, he's another sub. That's 2 windows closed here potentially.
No, he's coming off. He might be out for a while.
Just play with 10 men and keep the window for 7 minutes. I'm joking.
Contact going down with no contact is scary.
No, there's contact there, knee on knee. Well, but he's doing the left side. I think it was the plant. So are we going to put in a couple of subs then? Because we're going to have 1 window left.
So your injury subs count as?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The thing that was comical about that was the fans getting upset. We just literally saw 3 minutes of Middlesbrough kicking the ball from 20 to 30 yards away from their goal and not getting anywhere. And then we caused a little bit of disruption there, initiated by Thomason, who had that foray forward and caused it to come loose. And then they're booing because they had more possession near their own goal, and the referee blew it down for an injury.
They had that was the only thing they could do. They've had nothing else to do about, to cheer about.
Did we get booked? The referee. Oh, they're booing because the referee made him run the long way off, and they thought Thomason was time wasting at the 41st minute. Middlesbrough just complaining for the sake of complaining. So we're down a man until Thomason can rejoin, and it's with Britton over on the right-hand side. Morris, left-hand side. Bergzog, heavy touch, but maintains and cleans up his own garbage, and it draws it on back. Morris, still on that left-hand side. Flipped over to Jones, switch on to Britton. He's not going to go right. He's going to go back to the left-hand side. Moore chasing it down, can't get to Jones. Fry now with it. Still all around 40 yards away, like and going backwards. Like this is, I love it.
Yeah, well, you purposely spread it out to attack the gaps, right? So.
Yeah. Britton now through the middle of the pitch, left-hand side. That's target, advances it. Bergzog, 18 yards, take it on Kabore. Step, dancing, can't get there. Hackney, he's looking for options. Ooh, Kabore missed the stab, but Cleworth, nice little lead pass to Kabore. Go on a run, young man. Banged it off of the defender, and they're going to maintain possession and control. Time waster, and I thought maybe Thomason thought that, I mean, I don't know how he thought it was fouled, but maybe he was trying to draw something. I'm not sure. I'm with you, Barry. I am with you. I'm just going to call 1-0 wins. That's all I'm going to do from now until eternity. Britton with the ball, halfway line, advances it forward. Nice little disruption. Well done there. Hyam coming back and grabbing it, but then we give it away on the clearance. Longman doesn't do a good enough job there, and it gets taken by Britton and advanced forward. Whitaker throws back into Brittany, and we're going to go backwards as Norwich ties it up with Swansea. Oh, we can sit back as we're at the midfield stripe again. Jones advancing forward. We're 30 yards out now. Morris advances it. Missed touch, and we had time there. But it's kicked out, and the throw-in comes quick. And now they're 20 yards out, 25 yards out. Advancing around. Dobson coming. You've got time. Knocks it down and at least stabs it forward when we had the ability to go up and try and get it. But we're getting more. Thomason's back in. Now we're not getting any possession and control in the midfield. They're just clearing back to themselves, spending 3 minutes trying to advance forward. They get a foray for 30 seconds, and then we repeat, which I'd like to change the script and get a little bit more pressure. But at the same time, I'm just happy that they've got nothing going. All the way back pass to their keeper. Pushed forward, and Moore almost had an opportunity to get a nick in there. We don't know yet. I'm still a minute away from finding out the added time. And see, gorgeous. A long pass again, trying to find Bergzog, too heavy, and we'll get a goal kick. The Oxford United match, when we go back on it, Julia, is going to be the turning point, and we're going to continue it today. We're going to deal with Cardiff on Tuesday. We're going to shock the world against Coventry. Scary to go into face a
5.
team and be like,
Wow.
if we can hold them less than 3 goals, we're successful. Wow, 5 minutes. I mean, I guess you had Thomason and Brunt down, but I don't think it was 5 and a goal. Oh, Moore able to get there. He is. Can he hold it up? Well done. Draws it back. Kiefer Moore by himself, eking out an extra possession. Longman did his best to try and give it away, but he smashed it off of Whitaker and got it back, and we're going to go do a center back kickabout. They've moved Himes, so Scar's taken the center back position, and Himes moved out to the left. Which makes sense to me. Scar's pace, Himes' pace. I say nothing, Kim. I say nothing. Superstition, I guess, on that one probably. I was like, I'm not going to. Nice little left Longman with it. He's got left foot. Got blocked on the opportunity there as he had a space in the gap, and then Longman tried to get the touch in, and the referee got in the way. Matty James with the touch. Windass didn't see the defender coming through his back, and that did look like a foul. Went through his back. Knocked out by Cleworth, and it'll be a throw-in. Not just a late challenge. He went through the back of his legs. Space on the right, opening up for them. Britton running forward, 30 yards out. Cross. Dan Scar, nice down pass to Thomason on the clear, and then given away by Thomason. What the? Getting a little lazy. Morris. Oh, Matty James just misses the tackle as we take our opportunity there. And now opportunity on the right-hand side. And well done, Hyam just stepping out on the left-hand side and clears it. Oh. You can't call that because you haven't given it the other way. What's different between that foul and the one that just happened to Thomason on the other end? He went through his back. In fact, I think this is it was not as bad as the Thomason one because it was a push in the back of the shoulder or forearm, where the one with Thomason was through his ankles.
I'm not sure that we've got a call, a 50-50 call yet.
No, I'm with you. Target, flipping it in. Dangerous. Ooh, flipped up straight in the air by Heim, which I think was the right call to do in the circumstances because Algonquin would have been in a mad scramble with that one trying to collect it. And we clear it. Target now over on the right-hand side. And that's going to be a free kick from a difficult situation right against the goal line. Going to be 14, 15 yards away from the goal line. Not going to score, but lots of angle options here. If you're looking into the box, it's going to be all hands on deck and just trying to get your head on it. And Dobson picks up a yellow for that one.
He took him out of bounds, yet they move it in that far.
Target. Left footer, lots of red, all lined up. There's everybody's in the box and smash through. Go get that, Ogonko. Punched out. Well done, Ogonko. And then smash forward and blocked. Smash forward again, and it's out, and it's a goal kick. Well, DeAndre, and I'm okay with, set the standard is I'm going to call things softer than most referees, and that's fine. But then you've got to be equal on both sides. And at the moment, it sure as fuck is not. Sorry, I'm positive, Shaun, today. It sure is not. There's been 2 occasions where we've picked up not just a foul or a card for going through the backs of players, and it hasn't been the same going the other way. You weren't expecting much, Lee. Well, to be fair, I guess if you're thinking a defensive team, it's going to be ugly and scrappy. You got to do better than that and can't get lazy with your back passes more. just a soft little back pass and it got nicked, but fortunately we were able to send it back the other way, and we should be getting close to blowing this down for the halftime, and there it is. Shaun After Dark. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to be pleasant. Hey, before you leave to go do your toilet break or grab your coffee or do whatever it is that you need to do, hit that like button down below on the screen and subscribe if you haven't yet. Holy, today's watch along brought to you by the letter M. Where are the miserable, muttering, masochistic mourns for mercilessly mangled match misfortunes, which I miss massively? Not. I've shelved them. Tell me about the first half. What are your thoughts?
I think we looked largely in control. They really haven't been that threatening. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this style, right? Especially when you're up one. I'm a little worried, like you said, how we're going to sub and that we're bringing on more offensive-minded guys, and hopefully that doesn't expose us late in the game. But again, you're going to have to do that. That's the interesting thing about this, the way the Parky's going. If you start all defensive, then you bring in subs when you have a lead, it gets dicey. That at that point, your best defense is a good offense, right? Where you're constantly pushing forward and not giving them anything. So yeah, I guess that's what we have to look forward to in the second half.
The what I really enjoy watching, and yes, it means we give up control anyways, but it means we need another goal. Sam says, I don't disagree. But with this midfield, more than we've seen earlier in the year, is just the structure and the form of it. Des says well organized, and it's structured, but it also, we've been, for the most part, well disciplined in taking opportunities to nick the ball and push it forward. I mean, if you're going to get picky, the only thing I'd like to see is a better first option as far as breaking out to try and set us off for the counterattack. Not always necessarily first time clear. I appreciate you got to be safe, but just that extra opportunity for a look, if it's there, I'd be all for it. I don't believe in jinxes. We did it in the last game against Oxford. It worked out for us. Millwall up, Bristol City up. The interesting part about Bristol City, they're playing Brum. Wait, did I see that right? Well, it was 1-0 at half. Sorry, I thought the 3 flashed up all of a sudden. And Charlton in a match with Hull, which is intriguing only because those teams both sitting at 19 points. We're looking to try and peek into that area that they're nestle ourselves in going forward, and so that will split in points today. Probably a good option if you're looking around. QPR down, Leicester down at the half, and Oxford United laying the boots to Wednesday 2-0. That single point that we earned against Sheffield's Wednesdays, hopefully not going to come back and bite us in the butt. Kim, but are you okay with the structure defensively? I mean, we didn't really do anything offensively at all in the game. If you're going to talk about it, the goal came effectively out of a set piece, right? There was a short corner and an opportunity. We didn't really do much. But we took our opportunity, and that's what you have to do against a team that only allows for an average of 2 shots a game. We've got 2 shots on target in a half. So if that continues, we've more than doubled. But I guess we should bring up the stats and go through it. Brendan, what do you think?
Yeah, I've been scrolling the stats while you're talking.
You've been scrolling. So we're green, 33% possession. So like the XG, 0.16 to 0.11. It's just a messy, ugly, dirty game. Your typical road victory if you're able to pull out the points. Don't want to jinx it, but I'm positive. They're at 300 passes almost. Like, just that's the benefit of having all that possession. We're at 127. Fouls committed 8-2 by us. Corners we've had 2. They've yet to have one. My touches in the box 6-3, but what matters is shots on target 0, big chances 0, and looking at the graphic that has where the shots are, is they've got one just inside the 18-yard box, but nothing more than that. And I'm with you, Kim. You're not going to get a lot against this squad, right? And I'm not saying that you give it up, but I think it's about seizing opportunities like we did and being patient when we don't have that opportunity. Not much other than that to take from it. I mean, we're dominated with the defensive stats because we have to. We had was it Longman who had that right foot, or the right footer that? Yeah, it was that.
The test early.
Keeper had to dive over. Yeah. So
that looked exactly like Windus's move earlier in the season scoring.
Yeah. I am always okay with us being described as the worst team that they've seen at their stadium after we take a full set of points. There's nothing that gives me more joy than watching the other side chastise and criticize Wrexham as we drive away with 3 points. And so if that can happen today, I'm all for it. Yeah, I hope Brent's okay too, as I haven't heard anybody say they found anything. I see. Interesting. I put Doyle in for suspension, and I get details about a baseball player in Tennessee who got a multi-game suspension. I think it's 3 days. Yeah, I guess it's not immediately available for us. Didn't he? My AI is saying that he didn't get a straight red. He got a straight red. Didn't he get a straight red? Yeah, he did. So the AI is all screwed up. So we'll worry about that later. For right now, High moving over to the left-hand side and Scar in the middle hasn't been the worst thing ever. So we'll have to figure that one out as we go through things. Let's talk about what's upcoming here. You guys are – oh, hello, little man. You guys are on tomorrow, that being Brendan and Deandra. Watched the FAW Cup draw. You got Ladino coming. Do you want to say hi to everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah? Hold on. Let me bring up the screen. So there you go. You want to say hi? Yeah. So you guys are on tomorrow. Then you've got, that's Aberystwyth. The week after, you've got Ladundo in the Adran Trophy. The week after that, you've got Pontypridd. And the week after that is the first round of the FAW Cup.
I cannot hear him if I cannot.
No, you can't hear him because he's on my headset. Here, I'll put it here and he can say hi to you really quick.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good.
Good. I love your wubby.
I just got him.
You just got him. You're talking about your stuffy? What's its name?
Pen.
Oh, he's awesome.
Giving up just 4 goals in the last 5 matches. Well, and when you look through it, it's like 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-1 all the way going back. We're not allowing. It's interesting how many American League teams that some fans also became Dodgers fans, and all the National League teams became fans of the Blue Jays. But it'll be another fun night tonight watching that one. Everyone's saying, hi, little man. That's you. It's hard to focus with him here. You want to go wake up Mama?
Yeah.
Yeah? You can go do that. Okay, say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Oh. So second half, how do we see this one home? Just more of the same? Is that what we're hoping for?
Yeah.
Our heart's going to be able to handle the fact that they're going to just eke out 60, 70, 75% possession for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if my heart can take us, semi-parking the bus. Like, the problem is that if we're not at all aggressive or pushing forward, they start to apply the pressure. They get comfortable moving up. Then we're locked into parking the bus because we're in a scramble, and then it eventually just devolves into mistakes, and they eventually score, right? So,
well, I mean, that's always the risk. It just takes one mistake, and all of a sudden you're sitting here wondering what the hell happened, right? So
yeah,
I'm with you that it's got to have some forward. The only thing, as I said, that I'd like to see more, the shape is there. The willingness to go and disrupt is there, and to be effective at it is there. The only thing that I think is missing is there are opportunities, and maybe it's a communication thing that needs to improve, is when to yell at the player who's stolen the ball or had an opportunity, to make sure that they know they've got time. I mean, just time is what you'd be yelling at hockey as a defender, right? To let them know that they can settle it down and look for an option, because right now everything is just nick the ball, thump the ball.
knock it out. Yeah.
Lots of Jays chats. I have 3 baseball teams: the Padres and whoever is playing the Yankees and Dodgers.
We're up 1-0 over Middlesbrough. Can we keep it on how great that is and not baseball? Come on, guys.
I'm going to have to go and get things set up in the bedroom here, because I know Mom was up late last night doing some work. So I'm going to take the opportunity, since we're at the half, to settle things in while Mom's
Sure,
half.
go ahead.
I'll be right back. We can do that.
Thank you.
Oh.
I thought that was an own goal, Kim.
Wow.
I don't know. Does it count as an own goal when it was on track to go in and it's just the slightest of deflections? I don't know that deflection, like, it didn't redirect the ball 7 feet left where the keeper wasn't. It, like, I don't know officially if it touches anybody, it counts as an own goal, but that looks like the guy was unable to stop it, not because he touched it, it went in. That's at least how I saw it. I don't know. Kim saying, was that an own goal by Windass instead of a Windass score? An own goal on the shot that Windass took. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I thought, Deandra. I thought the ball was going in. The keeper was screened. I don't think he could see it coming. The ball was going to at least a meter plus to the keeper's left. And yeah, there was plenty of room there. That looked like it was going in. So. Now that Sean's back, while he's getting his headset on, I can bring it up. The thing.
Did you guys hear that one?
Yeah.
You heard me wipe out there?
Yeah.
I tripped on a cord that was next to the door, and as I was going down holding him, I had no other option. I was going to land on him, so I had to set him onto luggage and empty the suitcase. Kind of shimmy him over. It's like one of the best dad saves I've ever had. I'm going to put that down as a moment, because I was like, I'm going to smash this kid under my weight as I'm falling on him, because
we're getting all the luck today.
And so there's the move of the game right there. And now I've got a left foot injury, so I'm going to need to be subbed out.
So I think the one thing that Wrexham as a team had, if there was one thing that we've done poorly multiple times, I think, is not adjust to a significant momentum swing and recognizing when the other team has significant momentum and our team is drained, right? Like we've lost games when we called the goal coming. We could feel it. We were ahead, momentum shifts and no one fakes an injury, no subs. It just doesn't get addressed and then the inevitable happens. Mm-hmm. That's cost us a lot of points this season. So for me, if we do anything, it's on Parkey to identify that and make and disrupt it, I guess.
Yeah, they're doing a whole load of subs at the half. I'm just sitting there looking at 4 players potentially all coming in at the window. Nice to have that depth. Yeah, it's the momentum swing. It's call it the letdown. I don't know what you'd end up referring to it as, but it's been unfortunate. Is it's just that moment where all of a sudden, see, to me, I think we've been able to see it coming. Call that maybe the momentum swing, but it's just we settle for letting them come at us a little bit too much, and I'm hoping that goes away. I'm just going to put in a poll here. I'm curious what everybody thinks just generally. So Whitaker's off for Alien. I thought Whitaker was decent in the first one. A more controversial kit than this one. You mean the blue and white? I didn't know it was controversial. I don't like the kits. I mean, I'm not gonna, but that's just me. I don't look good in hoops anyway, and I need to be fabulous. So Middlesbrough going from right to left, Wrexham from left to right on this one. I'm curious to see what everybody thinks is going to happen here. Positivity abounds. 46 points. Say we've got another goal on us. And they restart, and the possession continues of the restart for them. Thanks, Brian. I'm glad that the little one's okay too. It was one of those ones as I'm going down where I was just thinking one word. Starts with an S, ends in a T. But I'm more of a sprinkles guy than a hoops guy. Absolutely true. Right-hand side. Clue with it. Kabore. Looking for options. Sees Dobson in the middle, flipped up over top, and then banged off of a head. They're screaming for a handball. Dobson's screaming for it. Nothing given. Dobson alone in his scream. Mark Griffiths on my CBS feed. Is he? I got to go back to the lineup. I missed it. The fans trying to draw Middlesbrough back into this one. The subs, by the way, they haven't popped up yet. I'll have to refresh button. Kabore picks the pocket on a run. Interesting straight side pass to Moore. Knew he was over there and brought it off of his foot on a straight 45 or 90 degree angle from the way he was running. Scar through the middle. Moore knocks it over to Hine, who's playing over on the left-hand side. The press is on. Sene can't get there, so they're going to sweep it over to Cleworth. Press is on. We haven't seen that so much. They've been letting us cut. Offside. Huh. I have no way of assessing that. It just seems for a long ball coming from 25 yards away from our goal that it would be offside. Yeah, Mia's saying the same thing. And Mark's saying surprised by that too.
I love how you're validating your own commentary by matching Mark Griffiths.
That's what I do. I end up saying something, and if it gets repeated, I'm like, I'm not completely clueless as that's going to go all the way out, and Ogonko's going to grab it. He gets pushed into the back, and the fans are cheering for a corner.
If you want to feel good, you should measure yourself against me, not Mark Griffiths.
That's fair. Windus with the run. See that push in the back. He's been calling it. Well done, Windus. Just takes his corner. Sees Fry go out. They end up in the corner, and Fry stands there. So Windus says, "Fine, you're not going to give me any space. I'll bang it off your kneecaps, and now we'll take a corner over on the right-hand side." Right-footed outswinger from the right-hand side will be the message for this one.
They're going to go the deep curl to Moore. Here we go.
Far post. The curl
That's where
pattern
James
from
put
Moore.
it last time. Moore couldn't get out there. He's starting deeper. There it is. Couldn't get
change it up now. There it is. Looking for him. Couldn't get over the mob, but it's there for Moore. Punched away. Moore gets clattered into, and he goes to the ground by the keeper. Went out there confidently, punched that away. In the spin cycle there, Brown left, right, but now give it away. See, that was you had more time, and I know you're so close, and you're high, and you're not used to having the ball 12 yards away from goal on the outside, but he turned and probably tried to cross that a little bit too fast. Time. Scramble defense. That's what it's been. Well, they didn't use the word scramble, but panic defense is what it was described with by Mark and Mia. Well done, Dan Scar. A little bit of disruption, and then Matt J. Disrupted enough. They gave that goal to Thomason. That was the assist was to Thomason. Hackney draws it back. Silvera, left-hand side, working, crosses there. Clueworth, he just heads it out of trouble, and we are 5 minutes in, and everybody start to take those breaths that you need. Hey, thanks, Steve. Gift memberships for everybody. And if you didn't get one, click the gift basket that's up on the green screen on the chat, and if you hit that green button, there's a little tab that you can turn on, or just make sure it's on. And then when people like Steve are kind enough to donate memberships to everybody so the channel gets supported a little bit, then you have the chance of getting your membership and the nice, cute little graphic in your chat and access to extra GIFs, and they've got control of the ball, and away they go. Britain with it, stab before it stop with the flop. See, that's through his fuck. This is garbage. This is absolute garbage from the official to allow this to happen again. Give him a yellow for simulation. Like, he gets the ball away, and then he takes the flying dive, does Ailing. Watch this tackle. Oh. Like, and I don't have a problem if that's the standard, but then you set the standard both ways, and not once has he called it the other way when the exact same situation has happened. Anyways, lots of people lined up 18-yard box. It's flat. It's hard. It's just cleared out easily. And Windus putting in effort trying to get there. Longman comes out to support, and Middlesbrough going to bring it on back. Morris with it. Right-hand side, Ailing, who I'm going to hate. Bad pass to Sene and easily collected by Scar, and he just lifts it up. Tries to get to Windus, can't. Thomason steps in front. See, thank you, sir. And against Ailing. So now I can't say they didn't give us one, because that wasn't Thomason going down easy on that one. Soft. But that's the standard. And if you set the standard, that's great for us, because soft fouls all over the pitch. I'll take it. Because we can take our time getting that every restart going. Hey, Dave with another 10 memberships to a whole handful of you. Moore tried to flick it on. Oh, it got into Dobson's leg on the restart. Free kick. What happened on the free kick there? Was that an offside? The flag went up. That's two weird offsides, but I mean, I'd have no way of really assessing it given the camera angle. So well done. Moore flips it on. Matty James, he goes on a run. Windass over on the left-hand side. Tried to get it back. Thomason into a scramble. And Thomason gets called for a soft one. Soft, soft, soft everywhere. Welcome to Two-Ply Saturday. That's also true, John. Silvera, heavy touch, and so Kabore obliges and takes the ball, and then it's knocked out, and that's a throw-in for us.
Yeah, well, now that we don't have Mullen playing 90 minutes, the number of Wrexham flops has gone down.
Yeah, and Kim pointed to soft fouls are probably based when we get the opportunity. Missed pass giveaway by Kluworth on the right-hand side to Kabore, and here they come. Morris, right-hand side. Ailing. Who is that? That's Conway, who's now up front, number 9. Hackney with it. Dancing around. Can't find anything. Draws it over. Loose ball, and Longman disrupting, but they get it again. 9 yards, cross over. It's touched, and now it's going to go out for a corner. Tommy Conway celebrating the 23-year-old Scott, trying to get the crowd into it because of the corner. I mean, you know you're desperate when the ball gets out for a corner and you're going to start making it look like he scored. Get into it. Right-footed outswinger from the right-hand side. First corner of the match. It's low, it's flat, and nothing really there. Looking to try and get a flick, but not enough on it, and Brown not able to get there, and they'll have to deal with a throw-in. Tried to play it near post. I think they were hoping that they'd have enough pace on it to get to get to Brown to flick it on, and it was dead by the time it got to him, and he couldn't backheel anything. So cleared out, and now they're 40 yards out. Life is getting slow. Ugh. Nothing threatening, though, right? Jason, yeah, I mean, the passes are there, but I just don't see anything really that threatening yet. But we're only 10 minutes into the half, and it still feels like there's forever in this one. As Stene misses his pass over to Conway, and it's us with the ball in time. Thank you. Under pressure, but Thomason maintains control, and it's Scar. And there's the soft call. Beautiful. Dangerous. Dan Scar, if he doesn't get the foul in that situation, it's a 1-on-0 with Okonkwo going the other way. But he's just running with control, and then here comes the push in the back, and he's been calling that soft garbage the whole game. So we'll take soft garbage. You're going to see a flop fest. That's what this game is asking for, is a flop fest.
Everybody's going to be fault. He started it.
Knocked out, and we'll get a throw in. Kluworth going for the ball on the side and trying to advance it forward. I would have just taken my time and gone back and picked up the loose ball. Hello, is that Monsieur Scramble? Armosu? Not sure, but welcome. I'll call you Ari. Kicked in the back and no call on that one. Moore never gets his fouls though. Everybody else swung out to Longman. He's going to try to advance it forward. I would have liked to have gone backwards and tried the ambitious pass. Didn't get through it. Got blocked, and here comes Red Kit running forward en masse. Morris, left-hand side, 40 yards out, 35 yards out now with Hackney. Hackney, left-hand side, leaves it for Morris. Morris working it over with Silvera on the left-hand side through the middle of the pitch. Said he's offside. Wow. Max Kluworth gets back and defends that and knocks it away from Sene, but I think he was offside anyway. but the flag didn't go up. Is he not offside here?
He was by about a few inches.
Oh, it wasn't Max Kluworth. I'm going to take that back. That was Thomason who comes back. Thomason. I saw the number 4, and it was in Kluwer's position. I just assumed it was him. Yeah, I don't think it was offside either, because I think what it was is that through the legs, I thought there was a touch there.
There was a redirect on that.
Was there a redirect? If there was a redirect, he was offside. If there was no redirect, he was fine. Live, I thought there was a redirect, which is why I thought he was offside. Wrexham chant echoing. Playing advantage because of the soft flop. And here they come. Brown going to go to the right-hand side. Ayling with it, pushes it forward. That's Conway, on the right-hand side. And Middlesbrough got 5 people all in a box 30 yards out. And here they come breaking it forward. Danger. Conway pushes it. Wow. The problem with the soft 2-ply stuff is we're going to see these dangerous ones, but this one should be just at that 19-yard box, which is tough to get up and down. But is there enough in here regularly? I don't know which one to give the foul for.
Got the second guy unnecessarily.
Yeah.
It's another one of those stupid Dobson fouls. I understand to disrupt sometimes, but like when you're behind a guy and you just do that, it's too obvious.
Take his ankles out from him.
Yeah.
Is this far enough away on the right-hand side that you can up and down this? I think you can.
Oh, yeah.
I think you can.
Stop jinxing this.
Well, but this is the guy who forward had that really, really soft little floater, right? So chips it in, dangerous, and it's loose ball. Right-hand side, flipped on, headed, and nowhere close to goal. And Moore's got time. It waits for Kit to get down.
What shitty camera work
on the charge. Morris takes it from Dobson, and they go the other way.
We just had a breakaway going the other way, and they focus in on a stupid Middlesbrough player who's jogging around. Who's producing this thing?
I want to know why there was the big boo in the crowd. I'm sitting there trying to figure out why everybody got pissed off. But no idea. Large groan in the crowd, and Britain passes it back, and now it's going to be... Who is it? I'm seeing numbers. Who are you? Oh, Morris. Got it. Ayling knocks it down. Conway. Well done by Haim just to chip that one away. I kind of like having Haim out on the wing for this one. Is that weird? Oh, no, he let that one ball go. And Ogonko has to make a save as Conway. I just finished saying I like having him there because he's got quick feet and reads the play so well, and they're building up through the wings. And then he just lets that pass. I think he could have got his foot onto this one, couldn't he have? He missed it. He just went right past him. Had an opportunity. Ogonko gets called upon, and he makes the save. Yeah. And off of an awkward deflection from Scar's leg as it was put through, which might have taken some of the sting out of it. And well done. And here comes Sene. See, now they're starting to get chances a little bit too frequently. And this is the problem with park the bus mentality as you build up the confidence. Is Kabore, well done. Gets the foot in on Britain, and it's just a clear. And now Moore's going to go and chase down and doesn't get to it. And Fry, and here comes Middlesbrough. Yeah, we've already used the window up. What the fuck was that flop? Ayling I hate this kid. He's not a kid. Well, how old is this meathead? 34. What a putz. Corner. The crowd's getting into it. Middlesbrough's feeling confident. The tide's starting to change from a controlled defense where that one, unfortunate, is Longman gets a foot on it, but as he's going to ground, it bounces off of him, and they get extra possession. So here comes a right-footed outswinger from the right-hand side. Hackney delivers middle of the pitch. Moore all alone. They're easily cleared. Now Windus chasing it down. Out to Moore, who took the corner. He's trying to turn on Longman. And if I was to do a sub, Barney's in that to come in for Cabore, who is silent again today. But I give Barney.
Kakache, O'Brien.
All right. Okay, O'Brien, Broadhead, Kakache. Interesting. I would have taken Cabore out in favor of Barney, and I would have left Longman in on that left-hand side, or I would have left. I would have left Longman on that left-hand side. But then I guess with his defensive hiccup, maybe that's what you're trying to prevent against, right? So left wing back defense improves. O'Brien might, if he has ball at foot, give us a couple of extra touches in the midfield, but you'd have to think that that's maybe a defensive step back. Throw 35 yards out. Have a look at the chat. Triple change.
Windus had a yellow, so you had to rip him out.
Yeah, Windus had a yellow. Dobson's still on a yellow. Is he the only one? I believe so. Solid 3. Nice to have him on the bench, right? Quality. His Broadhead's up there running next to Moore. O'Brien takes over on that left-hand side of the triangle midfield. Scott heads that one away. Is he going to go out? Well done. Kakache kept that in, tried to eke out an extra possession, but we only gained about 6 yards as a result of his hard work, but it was that extra touch and the opportunity to get it out. Red and white army. Oh, my word. I mean, I know that his soft calls all over the place. Oh, now you're giving a yellow? Oh, fuck off. That's horrible. He got a yellow because the guy took it quick and it hit O'Brien, who didn't retreat the 10 yards. Soft call there. O'Brien turns around. Holy fuck.
That may be one of the worst calls we've seen in a while.
I think I'm trying to think of a more frustrating, like, you know, if you're seeing a team do that consistently where they're not freeing up for free kicks, dangerous opportunity. We'll come back for a rediscussion here. Is 20 yards out. They've got an Ailing, stabs it forward and nothing there. And I hate this Ailing guy. Like, he can stub a toe for all I'm concerned. But, you know, if you've got a team who's consistently interfering with teams wanting to take their free kicks quickly, then I can understand it. Cut back and Gonko, you gorgeous bastard. That was dangerous. Cut back pass by Hackney that if you know that gets passed and goes out into open play, they're going to have a thumper from about 9-10 yards out. And Ogonko reads it and sees him jump out there and grab it. I don't know if there was a red jersey back there, but that from Arthur was sexy. Possession would be nice, Deandra, only for the purposes of ensuring that we're not having heart attacks and requiring defibrillators. But this is where we need to test ourselves. You go to Derby County, you go to Southampton, you go to Sheffield Wednesday, and you see those late goals, and you end up being like, oh, God damn it. But I'm positive we've got this one this time. We figured it out. We have the answer. Moore over to Broadhead. Not the greatest pass, but it's cleaned up. And Kakache through two people. He goes on a run. Blue and white kit streaming forward. O'Brien on the left side. This is going in. I can sense it. It's over to Moore. Oh, he hit the crossbar. I was like, this is going to be the greatest goal of all time. Because I was like, it should be. It was sexy. That was sexy. I thought that was going in. I was trying to get it all primed up for a 60-second short. Clip the hell out of it.
O'Brien could not have made a better pass.
No, O'Brien sexy all alone and heads it off the bar. Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore.
They love this crybaby that's writhing in his chair in Middlesbrough. There,
Mr. Sané.
That's the guy that they keep showing instead of the game. Who cares?
Struck comes on. Time. Well done. Dobson finds O'Brien again on the left-hand side. Give it to Broadhead. Too far over, but I'll draw it back, and now here comes a cross. O'Brien with it, 18 yards out. Over to Broadhead. Stab forward to O'Brien. They're just playing catch and putting on a show. All the way across Kabore. Yeah, you got to go for it. He was too late. Seeing it on the far side. You bring in a little bit of offense late when people are tired to serve defensively, and they're going to put on a show. Is that what this lesson is? Is all of a sudden things have gotten suddenly spry. Thrown into Kabore. Matty James a little slow on the pass, but O'Brien cleans up. Hyam knocks it over. O'Brien, and he's desperately trying not to touch him in the back. And that's a yellow. That's going to come to a yellow.
They had to
for
play
Matty
advantage.
James. Yeah, they play advantage, and then they'll come back and book him. Dobson with it. Oh, and a tackle there, and that was a nice tackle by them. Silvera now. Over to the right-hand side. It's opened up. And he's talking to Matty James. I'm going to give you a yellow. Fuck off. I mean, I'm positive. I'm happy. I just... Soren is the best defense. Mark's a little concerned with how much it's opened up. The thing is when it was opened up, it was a midfield battle, right? And that's, do I like O'Brien, a fresh O'Brien and a Broadhead in a midfield battle coming back in support? You're damn right I do. Ailing. Draws it back. Hackney. Now it's going to be Jones. See, and I'm okay with this, kicking it around in the back as it's cleaned up by Brown. Brown pushing forward, 25 yards, 20 yards. He's got it out now. Silvera taking on Kabore. Far post, man coming in behind, and well done. Kakache. Can he get there? Well done. Amazing. Kakache, that's all effort. Went out there, chased it down, and he banged it off of a... Got to the ball, banged it off of the Middlesbrough player, and we're going to get a throw in. Taking your time. Is Mr. Hyam on his way over there?
Yeah, I don't think he's stalling as much as he's just tired.
You can't give me yellow. I'm just exhausted. Is that Ailing on the ground again? Yeah, Ailing on the ground again.
Just flopping.
This is Jody Jones putts territory. Like, he's spent now as much time off of his feet as he has on his feet. And for a 34-year-old footballer, you'd expect him to have at least a little bit of cojones, a little bit of comeuppance, a little bit of grit in his game. But no, he is the softest player that has ever played the game. Morris splits Moore and Broadhead. Bad pass, and Scar stabs it away. Not able to get it to a blue and white kit. Broadhead and Moore, I would have liked to have seen close on that one too, as Scar threw it into the area. But instead, it's Hackney's drawn it forward. Pushed forward. Cabore opportunity to get it and clear from Silvera. Got close to the line and he thumps it down. And Moore, well done. Get it to O'Brien. I couldn't. He had O'Brien blasted to his left, and he was trying to touch it left foot, right foot, knock it down. Ball wouldn't settle, so he couldn't get it to O'Brien. But, man, O'Brien's all over the pitch. He's all the way back. Uh-oh, good ball for them. And Dan Scarr with the safety clear, and it's going to be a corner. 18 minutes and added time. Yeah, he needs more grit or better acting skills. Denise, Deandra, myself, we're all in heartache territory here. Heart attack territory. It's just consistent. Right-footed out swinger, far post. Ogonkwo, well done, sir. Collects it, 6-yard box. Cut? Oh, out. Okay, my mouse was over that, so I read that as more cut, please. It's like, that's a little excessive. But yeah, I think he does need a Sam Smith coming in on the next Barney for Cabore. Because Barney would have got to that ball because he's got fresh legs. That's not to take it away from Cabore.
Yeah, good call. More for Smith, Deandra says.
Smith, more Barney for Cabore. Anybody else that we're bringing? Who else is left on the bench? I don't think we need Cody in. I don't think Ryan Hardy necessarily has to come in. Broadhead on the soft touch. The pity pat foul. And Ailing laying on the ground.
You don't have to have good quality football skills when you can just flop and get shit.
You want to pay me? I would take a lot less money than Ailing. Oh, dangerous inside the box. I would have tried to have turned on that if I was Conway, but instead he puts it up to Silvera. Runs against the line, far post, searching, knockdown, danger. Kakache, get to block on, step out. Well done, Kakache. Manages to shuffle over with his hands behind his back, and we're going to get relief as Ailing's right there. He actually stays on his feet, puts it into the box, and Kakache comes and just thumps it out of the box. Go after him, Broadhead. Does the curl pattern, and it's over to Dobson, who's on Silvera. Hackney, left-hand side, pushes it forward. Back pass, not forthcoming. Silvera's got it 18 yards out. We're a little bit too comfortable in just shelling back right now. Not turning on more. Just he's tired. He's clearly the effort's not there right now, and he's tired. And to be fair,
and Smith was fantastic.
I don't think he's an automatic pencil in anymore because he hasn't found it.
Absolutely, 100% reasonable request.
Nails are being bitten. Chests are being held. Whoa, lost ball there, but Cabore comes back to clean it up, but curls the wrong way. Curls towards the goal to get it onto his strong foot, and Moore takes the foul with an easy flop. Mark says a blatant barge in the back. I've seen there was more in it than the Ailing flops, but not a lot in there. No, they're not. We figured it out. We're bringing this one home. Clueworth across the midfield stripe. Dobson with it. Oh, Brian. Can Dobson find him? That was an amazing run, actually. If Dobson could have got that a little bit flatter, but it's probably the wrong guy to ask to deliver you a gorgeous flat pass from distance. And when I say flat, I'm thinking 12 feet up, not 20 feet up, as that one hit on the highest point on its arc. Conway on the blast. Dobson's trying to run with him. Put forward for Silvera. Clueworth there to knock it free, but we got trouble in front of the box. O'Brien cleaning up. Moore gets it for him, and Moore on the run, on the break. He's got nobody with him because O'Brien got cleared out, and the referee's not going to give it to us.
Yeah, no delayed yellow there.
Wiped out. 13 minutes and added time to go. Oh. Everybody's puckering. Squeaky bum time. Julia's down to her knuckles. kickabout at the center back is always nice for us, just to give the old ticker a 30-second reprieve, as Matty James has it. No real press. Just sort of advances it to Cleworth. Up to Broadhead. He's dancing, beats his man. Opportunity. O'Brien on the other side, bangs it off. Kabore is still there. Cross coming, far post. Moore can't get to it. O'Brien, he can't get to it. Loose ball. Here comes Dobson. He clears it to Broadhead. Broadhead over to the right-hand side. Kabore smashes it into the groin of Samuel Silvera. Oh, they say, was it an elbow? I thought that was the groin. I was actually there for the comedy. Smith outruns that defender. Yeah, probably. That's the thing. But Matty James right-footed outswinger from the right-hand side. Is that what we're getting without me looking at it? Ayling's going to flop on the ground here. James corner out for Moore on the far post. Couldn't get to it, and it's cleared up. Kakache. He's going to draw it all the way back to Ogonko, and everybody breaks out as an outlet. 78th minute. But if he would have scored on that corner, DeAndre, we would have eaten our hats, right? Our fair share of crow. Brown with it. Up to the... I need to have an insult that isn't misogynistic and isn't over too much of an expletive. Powder puff. Ailing. Flipped through. Matty James not able to get his foot on the ball. 19 yards out, looking for options, and it's smashed. And O'Brien blocks it, and Broadhead just clears to Moore. Moore bumps it forward. Just not enough on it to get it to Broadhead. And so it's brought all the way back to Bryn. Hackney running forward. Nobody stepping out on him. So there's the step out. Cleared over. Kabore, well done defensively. Well done defensively. Disrupt, clean, loose ball. Get it to somebody who could advance it forward. And unfortunately, they only get it out 30 yards. And here comes the opportunity for them. Scores. Fuck, you saw that coming. Cocksucker. Fuck. How does he get inside shoulder on you? God damn it. He knew that was going in the back of the net as soon as he saw him get on inside shoulder. Cleworth. He just beat Cleworth. As soon as he got inside shoulder on him right here, you can see him. Oh, no, it wasn't. That was Dobson who came back. What happened was the man in the middles went, and Cleworth went to go and pick him up, and Dobson didn't come back. And fuck. Free kick outside of the box. That's why when they showed that replay, I thought the same thing that Mark did, because Cleworth over there, I was wondering what happened, because Max wouldn't have allowed that to happen, right? And so it was just Cleworth had to step inside to cover the man on the rush coming forward. Dobson went back to go and try and fill in. And
that Moore missed header is painful.
Painful now?
Mm.
Yeah, John, that's the issue. And we've been screaming for it forever. And to be fair, the sub still hasn't been made. And after that goal would have been an opportunity to slow it down, as there's an opportunity right into the arms of Ogonko. Hackney, despite being the goal scorer there, There's got to be a better set piece taker on this Middlesbrough team. He's the worst. Those shots from 18, 19, 20, 21 yards out, you put somebody in who can bend it or who can up and down it and get it in. He just doesn't have it. And maybe that's just a today thing that he's all giveaway in the turnover there. Here they come forward. We've got lots back, but a little bit scrambled, and we're able to get it. Oh, Dobson. He's got O'Brien running up with him. Kabore over on the right-hand side. Taking on Silvera over to the edge of the area. Steps his way in. Dances around one right foot. A shot, a pass, a pass, a shoot, a poot, a shass. I don't know what it was. But it wasn't on anyway. Smith coming on. You're 8 minutes too late, Parky. 8 minutes too late. 13 minutes too late. We need more offense, not more offense. Is that just the sun coming through the stadium that's making it? We've now got a filter on the screen.
Haze, yeah.
Conway coming over, squeezes it through, dangerous, and Dobson has to come back and left-footed into clearance. He's able to do so. Broadhead, see, just control. That's sexy. Maintains control. Kakache, he's got Smith up there, sending him on a run, but too far, and Bryn's going to be able to come out and collect it. Can we have Kenneth? I don't know I think he was thinking, I'm going to shoot for that corner. I'm going to shoot for that corner. And then he thought, no, I'm going to pass it. And then it ended up being neither. Just sort of I don't know if it's lack of fitness. To me, you're going to run more into the ground. We knew that he was getting tired. And to me, it's Parky's job when we have 12 people in the group all screaming the same thing. You have to go and make some changes. And you've got fresh bodies that are capable in defense. And Sam Smith is a bulldog, and he had 3 chances that he created because of his efforts last week on Wednesday. So why not bring him out there? Silvera taking on Kabore, dances around him, crosses all the way through, and goal kick. 5 minutes left. Smith offside. What is that? Is that a Blue Jay? Trying to figure out what that graphic is that you put up there, Bruce. Hackney with it, taking on Dobson. Can't find anything. Draws it over. Morris playing catch. Hackney 20 yards out, taking on Dobson, right-footed. And Smith under pressure, can't maintain possession, and Middlesbrough grabs it. 4 minutes left as Charlton scores late against Hull to make that one level 1-1. Kabore cleans up on a bad pass that went across, and can we get a counter on here? Gets it to Dobson. He gets around his man, but too heavy. It's just going to get passed back to Brendan, and away they go. What's the possibility that Moore's contract says he gets to decide when to sub off? What's that? Oh, somehow an extra ball came into pitch. Oh, somebody ran onto the pitch. That was awesome. They looking to advance the ball down the right wing, and somebody decided to streak into the stadium, and took away an opportunity. See, but he had the answers in the Oxford game. Oh, what the fuck? That's what this is a sexy tackle. Watch this. Comes through, ball is free and clear away from his legs, slides through. Oh, no, I'll take it back. That's a foul. That's a foul. Take it back. I was wrong. I thought he got all ball the way that it came out. Like the physics of that ball getting cleared out made me think that it had to be. But that's a card. He's probably lucky he didn't get a yellow for that one.
I love that Max often gets whistled for like roughness. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Right-footed, danger, headed away. I don't know who that was. Was that Mr. Scar or Sam Smith? Well, good job, sir. The little buzzsaw gets back and gets a header away. Can we far side into the area? Ailing, anybody but. Thank you. Anybody but. The last thing I want is for Powder Puff to end up finding some magic here. Not sad. We're going to walk away with a point. What are you worried about? Stop being so negative. I did have my panic moment. I thought if Ailing scores this, I'm going to end up breaking things. Right foot, far post. Ogonko clears it away. Can we get a foul? What the bloody fuck was that? Just straight ran into. Loaded in, put into the box. Hackney clears it out. Ailing with it. Right-hand side. 30 seconds till we find out how much added time. I can't see it being that much, can I? Put back into the area. They're screaming handball. I thought that was a butt ball. And there's a free kick for us on the shove. Sharkies still got gumption. I like it. Let's get 3 points. Four minutes. Mark thought he'd get more. I thought it was going to be less. So who knows what's going on. Yeah, I'm going to have a couple of those afterwards. It's frustrating, right? Candy striped. Scar got a yellow card for taking too long. Smith being held. Bear hugged. Bear hugs are okay.
Yeah, they have him up on a rack and there's no whistle.
Yeah. If you blow on somebody's back, free kick. But you bear hug them from behind. Oh, I was going to say something, but that just wouldn't be appropriate. Nobody over there. Can Kabari go and eke out an extra possession in the corner? He can 2 yards out. Gets it around his man. Still working. And ekes out a corner.
No.
A free kick? They called out a foul? Where in that play was the foul?
Middlesbrough lost the ball. That's where the foul was.
Goal kick, and they rolled it. I'm trying to find where was the foul in that?
The Middlesbrough player threw his shoulder into Kabore, and Kabore pulled out the chair and he flew by, and they blamed it on Kabore.
Kabore. You stand there and take it. Less appropriate. No, D'Angelo, yours would have been more inappropriate. Thanks for that one, and for being the filter on this one. A minute and a half to the end of it. Flipped up into the air. Danger territory here as Kabori comes out. Oh, that's a head. That's a red. Was that not head to head? The way Kabori went down, I thought he took that as a headshot. I was like, is he okay? But he was just acting.
No, he just got shoulder barged.
Just the way I saw his head snap back on impact here. Bunk. See that? So I watch when his head went back, and I can tell he's in the air and it was whiplash, but you can watch his head snap, and I thought he took that off the bottom of the chin, and just the way his arm went up, I was like, uh-oh. Receive the blow or get yellow. Sam Smith spun over top. Dobson tries to advance it forward. Does, but gives up possession. Oh. O'Brien flops. Picks the card. Chaim, just thump this down. Get your assist on something crazy that happens on the far post here. Eke out an extra what the hell touch. Not really what I was looking for. O'Brien tries to get there. Can't get to it. Kakachi is going to get a free kick, and that's going to be the game. O'Brien takes the flop there, trying to eke out a goal. See, the thing I don't like is like they're going to take a crack at trying to advance it forward, and I don't know why we didn't do it when Chaim had the opportunity. And there's the whistle. Final whistle. Hey, we take a point away from Middlesbrough away. Huh? That's the good news, right? Except for Thomas ruined it. Why'd you jinx it? It's because you put it into the universe, my friend. 4 yellows to their 0. You know what? Let's look at the positive output. Patrick Murray with it as well. If you would have told me that you can take a 1-1 away from this one, I would have taken it. The only thing is what did we say at outset? 6 points was what we were hoping for out of this run of 4. We gave away the points at Stoke City with an absolute dreadful performance. We got 3 from Oxford as you should have. We're now sitting at 4. And so at home, you're going to take out Coventry, right? That's how we're going to get more than our 6 points, and we're going to deal with it. But it's a good point on the go. A draw on the road, it's a solid point. I'm going to be happy with it. Go away. Brendan, you tell me, what's your take?
Yeah, 2 things. One is if they had scored first and then we came back, we'd be like, yeah, great draw. Whenever you're ahead and you lose a point, then you're disappointed and it's not satisfying, right? So that seems to be the way. 2 is we called this at halftime. We said exactly what would happen. We felt the momentum. We were calling out the need for a sub. Again, we missed that spot. The inevitable pressure in goal, right? Like we said that would happen. That's what's been happening. And until Parky starts addressing that, we're not going to be getting the 3 points. We're going to be getting the 1 or none. So,
yeah. And I mean, I was thinking, can I put a poll out there for this? And I don't even, what would be the possible, how do you describe Parky's late game game management? Solid, impressive, solid,
as soft as Millwall's flopping.
Frustrating, the absolute worst. I mean, the thing that's shocking to me is we can't be the only people who see this. And I know that's not the case because you listen to any of the podcasts. Eat More Chips being one I'd recommend. everybody talks about it and the sub management, and what I don't get and where I don't understand it is how do we end up in the same position where at the 65th, 70th minute you could tell Moore was ailing, and in fact they showed at the end of the game Moore hobbling a bit away from the. So you're trying to manage his minutes. You've got 2 games where you want to have him eating minutes, and you cannot figure out that he needs to come out. Parkey missed that when everybody else sees it. That wasn't necessarily rhetorical, but maybe it is. Unless I've lost you entirely. Don't know if the stats are up, but I'll walk through. I don't even really fucking care to look at the stats, to be fair. The tail of the game, we actually had a higher XG than them. Less possession, higher XG. We had a big chance. It was missed. They had a big chance. They scored on it. That's the difference in the game as well. And Brendan identified that as Moore scores that one, and we're up 2-0, and we've broken off. I cut off mid-sentence. Yeah, Ken, and that's the thing. And we've been screaming this now for at least 5 games, right? Every time you can see the pendulum swing too much the other way, and that the defensive shape that we have and the ability to keep it out at like the 35 yards range or further backwards, because we're able to fill the gaps and cover things, starts to weaken. We can see it, and we're all sitting there staring at it, and we're screaming, now's the time, and it just isn't the time. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? Thanks for joining. So I'm going to have to go back. I don't know if, Brendan, you're just silent? Are you frustrated?
Both, but I mean, no, I'm just letting you do your thing. I'm just looking at the stats and moving stuff around.
Dave's going to go to the Discord for the chat. I don't have it on. If you can send the link. I haven't put Discord on this computer yet, mistakenly. So I'm not going to be able to add it unless I go to my. Let me see if I can do it this way. So let's look forward. We've got our point. Do we want to go to the stats? I don't want to go to the stats. Look at the standings. See where this ends up putting us, because I haven't looked at that. Are we even going to move up at all? Probably the wrong way.
16th.
16th. Birmingham's still ahead of us. Southampton getting closer to relegation. I mean, 14th, we're 5 points clear. I mean, great, I suppose, but we're losing touch with opportunities to climb. The 2 points there would have been amazing. For Middlesbrough, they're now at 25 points. 3 points total behind Coventry. Is this updated? Because I thought that's where they were before. Surprised that Millwall's up there, but maybe that was just us having them having a game like we had against Stoke, where it was just absolute dog's breakfast. Charlton and Hull City, 2 teams that I fully expect to fall. Preston, I don't see up there. The question is who's going to fill that gap? And I'd like it to be us. Parkey managing his bench like Dusty Baker with a bullpen.
Yeah. By the way, Kim is pointing out there were some pretty nice saves by Ogonkwo, and he came out, punched a few. You know, he
was confident.
A good game.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I guess we didn't talk man of the match, and who do we give that to? What's frustrating seems to be the balance of the poll there. I'm just going to put it up. 45% saying solid. Nobody's saying impressive. So we're really 50-50 between the light and the dark with respect to his game management. Man of the match, looking for options. Start a poll. Max again being suggested. Clueworth. Do you have to put Windus, even though, I mean, the goal, I don't know if he deserves necessarily to be there. I thought Hyam was good out of position. Ogonkwo, I think, deserves recognition, potentially. I can't give it to Dobson, Thomason, or James in the midfield. Dobson, And was that Cabore's, man? That's the next question, and I'd like to go back and assess that.
I think
is
it
that
was.
always?
I don't think it was Dobson's guy to follow in there. I think.
Yeah, I mean, he went back to try and fill the gap, but Cleworth goes one way, and I think you're supposed to have Cabore back that deep into the box. Would have been the right answer, but not there. I think that's all I've got is Cleworth, Haim, or Algonquin. Do we have somebody else that we would give man of the match to? Yeah, okay, Cabore was a shout. He worked his butt off. I'll put that one out there.
Wait a minute, Wild and Free Canadian. He shows up with 10 minutes to go, jinxes us. We give up the goal, and he wants to pick man of the match. Come on,
let's send him to the moon. Oh, Kakache. Yeah, I think Cabore was better than Kakache. Kakache had that nice defensive play. That Cabore didn't really have that. And I guess the question is, if that was Cabore's man, then he should, by default, have it taken away from him. Or are we going back to back with Max? Or is it Ogonkwo gets his first? Thomason, really? We'll add that one to the side and see. Feel free to write in Thomason. Back on Tuesday, Cardiff City. What are we expecting for a lineup for that one, Brendan? Are we expecting 75% full strength? I mean, what is our full strength right now? Dobson, James, Thomason, Moore, Longman, Cabore all need a break, right? So what are you going to get? You're going to get Haim getting a break. Scar will come in. Cody, potentially.
Hardy, yeah.
Aaron James, Hardy's coming out. That's still a damn strong lineup. Do we expect any of our starters to get in there?
Yeah, defensively, we just don't have enough bodies, so we're going to have to.
Yeah, so, but man, I would love to be able to get. I just want to bring that up one more time. Not that I would want to look ahead and do any disservice to who are they called again? Cardiff Bluebirds. Yeah, those guys. But we're so close to finally getting a Premier League team in a cup draw, and we've had to go through it how many times? There are only four teams in the fourth round that are outside of the Premier League, and we're playing one of them. So that's one guaranteed to be wiped out. And so you've got Grimsby, Wickham, Swansea as the teams that could potentially advance. And that would be nuts if it happened to be in the quarterfinals with a 3 out of 8 chance. But you'd have to think that if we advance, we have to get a Premier League team draw, right? So, oh yes, Halloween night, Friday. I kept saying Saturday, and you're right. Coventry is visiting on Halloween. I'm going to be here in my ET costume. Brendan, are you going to dress up?
I'll have to come up with something, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to have to come up with something. I don't think I'm going to.
I'm pretty scary looking as it is. I don't know if I need to make it worse, but okay.
Truth. He speaks the truth. I'm just rattling away here with more time. I quoted my wife till 10 o'clock that I would have this before it ended. Haim might be Wrexham's default man of the match every game these days. That's also fair. But looks like Ogonkwo taking this one pretty clear. I'll end that one and make sure that it's available for me to review at a later date. Ogonkwo, write it down. Oh boy. How about in the chat? What do you guys think? Danger's going to dress up as a stressed out Wrexham fan. Coventry Friday. Cardiff lost again today. Not exactly a juggernaut League One. Weren't they just recently at the top of the table, though? I mean, 2 losses in a row, I guess it would be. Still tied at the top of the table, despite the loss today. But 2 out of 3, who did they lose to today? Matches. Bolton beat Reading 2-1. We beat them 2-0 in a cup game. They lost to Newport County in their trophy match, which means absolutely nothing because you can never know what the squads put out. They probably had all of their kids out. Newport County probably didn't have a couple of others. Cardiff City beat Leyton Orient, and so they lost to Burton. Murder? That
I
one's
like when
ugly.
you're pushed forward like this. You're just a talking beard. Looks good.
See, the nice thing is I was even thinking now that this works and I'm not connected by any wires to everything. If I really want to
Recliner.
get fancy,
Yeah.
no, like I can sit all the way back here if I want to. Kind of thing. You guys
Yeah,
just-
occasionally, you
have
can
my feet
give all the
fixed,
foot
so you can
fetish
put those
people
out
a
there.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? $5, I'll flash that foot up. That's what we'll do.
For 5 memberships, you get a little toe.
You get a foot flash. God, that would be scary if I started doing stuff like that. What do I get for $50? Nothing. Crossing the meridian might be too much for my blood. Are we talking dress up as a Chester fan? Oh, no. Coventry Friday, the wife wants me to answer the door every 5 minutes because of Halloween. See, that's going to be the trick. Is I've got trick-or-treaters here and coming, but the nice thing is that game starts at what time? It's a 1 o'clock start, isn't it? Coventry or Wrexham. I thought it was. Yeah, it's a 1 o'clock start. We must be into the window of where the UK time change is different. UK daylight savings, October 26th. Yeah. Oh, so that's tonight. Or sorry, Sunday or tonight. Ends on March 26th at 2 a.m. So double check your clocks for Deandra and Brendan for Wrexham and their match, because you're going to get a clock change, a fallback, and in the
Not
UK.
tonight.
In the UK, they fall back tonight
Oh, really?
at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah,
Oh.
this happened before. Now, usually, I'm glad we caught this, but usually the Wrexham AFC women on Google would show the right time, but they haven't it hasn't been popping up and populating for the longest time. Let's go to Adrian Premier League matches and see if I can get my Google to show me the start time. So I guess we'll just have to make sure we get this one right, because if they're going to fall back, then that means it's a 7-hour gap, which I guess starting at 2 and going backwards in time 7, it would be 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Don't they fall
So
back 1? Why would it be 7?
No, because it's 7-hour time difference out to me. So I was going backwards from a 2 o'clock kickoff. Normally your game start at 6. I think if they go back, their game will start at 7 our time out in Pacific. So wake up at your regular time, and you might have an hour of messing about before you actually get to start the game, if I've got it right. So just flag that for everybody, and we'll be like that with the 7-hour time difference until we change our clocks, and I don't even know when that is. Canada Daylight Savings, November 2nd. So just for a week. 4-hour gap out east, 7-hour gap out west. Question: which of all the players should be on the bench and others as starters for the next game on Saturday? Do we want to prognosticate that one? Sam Smith won't start that just because it's too important of a game. Let's go where there are questions. If Brunt is healthy, he's in. He won't. I don't think he'll play on Tuesday. They'll manage his minutes in the hopes that he comes back. If he's in, he's healthy. Hyam's in, that's no change. Ogonko, that's not a change. Kluworth, that's not a change. I'm going to go with. See, the thing is you're going to have them coming downhill on us, and I think you need our defensive midfield. The problem is I really think that you need to have O'Brien in it. Are you with me, Brendan?
No, of course. I thought I wanted him in today, I think we have some Thomason fans in here.
Thomason?
I think he's got to be the guy, you're probably taking out of there. So.
And it's interesting. I was listening to Fearless in Devotion, following the win against Oxford United, and they said something that almost made me, and this isn't a lie, almost made me spit my drink out on the SkyTrain because I was shocked. The words, and I can't remember who said it, said Dobson is arguably our most valuable player so far this year. I'm not saying Dobson's been bad. And to be fair, he's surprised me. He's been better than I anticipated. But do you have Dobson being anywhere? Like I would, to me in our midfield, if you're bringing O'Brien in, he's the one I want out. I would put Thomason in. I would leave James in over him. I would like to see Windass come back.
So I think he's cost us 2 games with late fouls that gave them set pieces that they scored off of, right?
Yeah.
With unnecessary BS from behind, things he doesn't need to do. But he is, O'Brien's been quite active as well, but maybe Dobson is the most impactful in every game. Like he's the most consistently impactful. Slide tackling, getting everywhere, all over the pitch. Unfortunately, his offensive touch so far this season is garbage, right? And his first touches, and he's come close maybe with one pass ahead. So that's been tough. But defensively, he's been very, very good.
And Des, I don't take it away. Yeah, sorry for cutting you off, Brendan. I just wanted to jump. Des says his work rate is so good, and I'm not taking his work rate, but it's for exactly what Brendan said. It is offensively, he doesn't give you much, if anything, and if he's the defensive specialist, he's had some egregious mistakes this year. This one, and I tried to watch the replay. Kabori was well out of it. And so, credit for Dobson for being there to fill in the gap, but also you got to do better if you're filling in the gap. And I'm not gonna ride. Like, here's the other thing. I love the Fearless and Devotion guys, Rob, Ryan, Red, and that's why when I spit it out, not because I think, oh my God, that's a horrible take, but just they must be seeing something that I'm not. So then the next question comes. Is there something that you see live, similar to the Longman defensive thing, where when you're watching the game and it's right in front of you, that you can see and appreciate that we don't get while watching on screens and monitors? That says he is in the top, at least in discussion for most valuable player of the season. I don't know, that one shocked me, but to me, going back to the question about who do we have for the Coventry match, we need to be defensive, but we need to have a ball hawk. And so Broadhead has to go in because he creates, and O'Brien has to go in because he creates. How you make that happen, I don't really care. Is that does
Broadhead create or does Broadhead finish? I would say Broadhead finishes, Windass creates.
No, I think Broadhead has the capacity to do things with the ball at feet. As to why he ends up creating, because he just doesn't
hustle enough to get to it enough.
That's fair. But if you were to say there needs to be a game-changing moment, and you can take the ball at 30 yards away from goal and put it on the
issue is he's paired with Moore. Moore is not like Moore is the target man, right? Mm-hmm. So you're not getting hustle there, like all over the place, pressing, getting the ball, being able to do a ton with it. You have to hit him with it for the most part. And then Broadhead's not running around getting the ball. So now you got 2 guys that aren't moving much there, and it makes it difficult to bring the ball ahead. The only way you're getting it in is on crosses. If they defend it, we're hosed. So that's why you need O'Brien to be able, he can carry the ball through the middle. Windass can carry the ball great distances, and Windass moves back to go get it. Like, if you can't have O'Brien out and Broadhead and Moore up front and not be crossing the ball, because it's just nothing.
Yeah, against Coventry in the limited opportunities that we are going to get, they are the second best, tied for second, best defensive team in the league. And they have 34 goals. Just to put that into perspective, the next highest teams, Bristol City and Hull City, have 20. they've more than doubled our offensive output 12 games into the season. 34 goals for versus 16. They have 2 players that have scored more goals than our entire team. You need to have somebody who can be creative and open up opportunities, I think, against a team like Coventry. And yes, I would love for Broadhead to have more balls at foot and to hustle more so that he can create those opportunities. But at the same time, he's still the better option than anybody else that we've got. He would be damn near the perfect player if his hustle led to an extra touches and his ability to control the ball. He'd be the dream player. As it sits, you've got exceptional talent who sometimes just seems to disappear or falls into the shadows a bit during the game. We're turning negative here. I feel like this is all of a sudden turned into like a, hey, what about what Fearless and Devotion said? And
who did that? Who brought all this up?
Yeah, why did I do that? Now we're talking Broadhead, and that's what and Jimmy's saying exactly. By far the most creative and technically skilled player with the ball at his feet. So that's why I think he has to slide in. So then the question is who do you put up there with him?
Well, we also could get back to what you and I have been saying, and we want more offense. If you're going to put in Windass and Broadhead, right? Or
Hardy, or Moore and Hardy.
Yeah, shift O'Brien forward more. Like, do something. Don't just throw the 2 of them out there on an island.
But I think where we sit with this is the back line for the game against Coventry is already set, subject to Brent being hurt or not hurt, right? The keeper's set. The more you can still pencil him in. He's not going to be, if he gets reduced minutes, it's not going to be at this stage. And I would be shocked if we saw more other than potentially late in the game to come in for penalties against Cardiff. So you can pencil him in. I think for the moment, do you look at Sheaf over Matty James?
I was wondering also if you bring Sheaf back just for the Coventry game, thinking you know he might go a little hard, I like him, but again, he disappears too, and I think they said that at Coventry, right? Like, you don't hear from him, and then he has an incredible game. Then you don't hear from him again,
So he might be due, is what you're saying.
Well, if he's ever going to get inspired by another team, you'd think he wants to show well against Coventry. So,
yeah, I think the game against Cardiff is going to be an interesting one because those players who are on the periphery to the starting 11 during the league game have the opportunity that should they have.
That's why you got to bring McLean back.
They can eat their way back in. McLean's he's going to help train the guys on the pitch and play reserve games. And to be fair, he'll probably start in the Cardiff game, but I wouldn't also be surprised if they said, okay, Kakache went out in the last one and we're managing time, but I want Longman to go out there. Or sorry, Longman started this one, so Kakache can get this one, other than if he's still dealing with a knock. So I don't know. Kabore on the right, pencil him in. Kakache or Longman, to me, 50-50 right now on the left, but probably Kakache if he's healthy. And the midfield, I guess the midfield still has questions, and that's the byproduct of those 3 players. And a credit to them. If you would have told me at the start of the year, with all the signings that we made, watching the first couple of games and watching O'Brien and seeing Sheaf and all those things, to say that we're going to be finishing your 12th league games and your midfield's going to be Matty James, George Dobson, and Thomason from Bolton, I would have thought, holy shit, we're the worst team in the championship, aren't we? But a credit to those 3. They've been solid. I don't think that they're our answer going forward. And I think that they're closer to their ceiling than their floor. And I guess maybe that's the frustrating part is Broadhead hasn't got to his ceiling, right? I see there's so much in that kid. O'Brien had a crappy game, so he's off of his ceiling. Sheaf, hasn't been quite on. And you look at like there's more that's in there. But where they're at right now, may not be as good as Matty, James, Thomason, and Dobson playing at their ceiling, which they have been. So that's, I don't know. I'm rambling.
Yes.
I believe Moore's role is more important than people are giving him credit for. We do not have a replacement for him. And it's for that reason that I don't think he's going to come out. You're still penciling him in for the time being. I don't think that rope goes on forever. And I agree with you that he does a solid job. And his work rate has improved, I think, from where he was at the start of the year. But let's not forget he had that header, right? And I think that is good news for the squad. I still think this team's got it in them, even though I'm sitting there staring at 16th and even recognizing that if you get a win now, the best that you can probably get to is, 11th or 12th once everybody goes through their games.
That's not a bad place to be. We were talking about if we're, 10 to 12 come January, they're going to probably go after people and we'll go for it, right? So I'm cool with that.
Well, we're sniffing around anyway, and the thing that's interesting is we've played Middlesbrough now, a 1-1 draw away. That's impressive. We played Stoke City. We absolutely shot the bed, and they got a 1-0 win. Preston, we beat them in the cup, and I didn't think that they looked exceptional. Like there are teams in there that I think we are better than. Leicester City, we had a draw. Granted, QPR thumped the crap out of us. West Brom was earlier in the season. I think we're better than Swansea. I think we're better than Watford. Brum, we drew, and they've been struggling. I think there's room here for us to move up, and I guess is what I'm saying. And on the go forward, it'll be fun to see if Parky does it. The biggest frustration, and if I'm going to walk away with anything that as a takeaway, Parky's got to figure out this fucking game management thing. Like he's great on the recruitment front and building the team that he wants. I enjoy the tactical stick-to-itiveness with whatever modifications he makes. I'm okay with it, probably because it works, and I think it can work. But when the entirety of the globe, not just Wrexham, can see that what the team needs is an injection of energy and some fresh legs, and to sit there for 5, 8, 13 minutes before we get there is just frustrating. And I will wait for the day, and when it happens, you can all scream at me in the chat where he makes an early sub and that the energy goes out and the players fall apart and they score. I can't think of a time where a new sub comes in and how frequently it occurs and completely stuffs it and does something brain farty and gives away a goal that you're like, oh, he shouldn't have put in that person that soon. So that's where we're at. Maybe see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Right,
I will be here. Women will be winning tomorrow, and we'll be cheering them on, and Deandra will be screaming up a storm. So come join us.
Do that. Should have a couple of cup matches, which will be an opportunity to maybe see some youth and probably, well, one would hope, thump the tar out of a couple of smaller clubs. Mind you, they'll be looking to slay a dragon, but it's hard. I find at the moment it's harder to do in the women's game. The difference between the third tier and the first tier is shocking, but very impressive last night, Brendan. What were you doing last night, Brendan?
Nothing. He's Des keeps trying to get us to talk about Preston North End. He said he watched them play on Friday and thought they were great, and then thinks they're very fast going forward. So I was chatting to him in the background while you were talking.
Got it. Much love to everybody that's
very
here.
Impressive last night all the time, by the way.
P&E, Preston North End.
No, just people telling me you were very impressive last night.
Oh, you were very impressive last night. Yeah,
I got
you were
that
like,
all the
par for the course. Yeah. Sure. Fuck. Moving on. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope you had a good one. I know I enjoyed doing this and being with you guys and suffering the pains and the frustrations as a collective group. We will be back here tomorrow, Brendan and Deandra, and then on Tuesday we've got the Cardiff City match, And then Halloween against Coventry. So that should be a good one. I hope that I'm trying to think, have we had a Halloween Day match?
I don't remember one. No,
I don't
not
remember
in the
one
last 2
either.
years.
Because I'm curious if how many costumes we're going to be able to see. Anyway, have yourselves a good one. Enjoy your Saturday. Go Jays tonight. Take out the Dodgers. Take that one back. If you have the opportunity. I was actually wondering, should I do I'll just ask it. Is there anybody in the UK? Because I wouldn't do this if it was just the North Americans. But are there people in the UK that don't understand baseball, maybe interested in baseball, and want to have a friendly watch along for a Blue Jays game, where I end up slowing it down and talking more about the rules in the background and the strategy and all that sort of stuff, rather than that Gossman on the mound taking the bump. The only thing that I'm worried about was the fact that we started a chant. A free agent decided not to come to Toronto. We went to Los Angeles, and at the end of the game, we were chanting, "We don't need you."
All right.
We'll
See
go-
you tomorrow. And for everyone who can't
Yeah.
make tomorrow's game, we'll see you Tuesday.
Brendan's got to go. Okay, I got my answer. Nobody's wanting to do a watch along for the Jays. So, okay, much love. Happiness to see you. Take care. Bye.